Boga go die. Once that look one who's there, you don't know. Once that look one who's there, you don't know.
Bro Sunday on the beat.
Boga yeah what there. Come here go my boga yeah what there. Boga yeah ba. Boga yeah yeah pu yeah yeah ba yeah. Boga yeah yeah pu yeah ba yeah. Boga yeah na. Boga yeah ba. Ah, go boga. So yeah what there. Come my yeah what. Come my yeah oh me. Pale we. Lona gba oko o kanu boga we. Ni ma iwo kuma. Apa ni ma menu iwo kuna. Apa ipo koga. Jeremiah kun apo koga. Oh wow. So de wa kan le jagbu ya ni o. So wa de wa kan le jagbu ya ni. De ga loye. Tami koga wa pone ga loye. Ni ma zoya. Ni ma kan de zoya. Azami koga wonu diesi. Koga lo seneta. Sami koga koga lo seneta. Saveza nuna go. Papa nuna bo yon maje. Koga la yimanda. Koga la yima. Okay yo gele play yo. So okay yo gele play yo. Akamia koga ye to gele. Diaga la loye. Samia koga wo pega loye. Nukwa wo kwa nuzele ya gaga. Nukwa wo kwa nuzele ya gaga. Kuye kwa twane le kagamu. Ama bada la koye. Mama ni makante ya zuwa ye. Koga ye obo. So aloja kumito ya so. Lega yito kawe. Ni makante se. Leye ye lugbe se ga ye kakle. Prijo di kakle me. Ye kulo se adine ya isoda. Ye bon koka bonuma. Sami akwa koka o yon maso. Abo o yon maso. Ba ye pe me wansu wa mo kiawo. Wasu toto o lo sango tuo. Abo yon ma. Mo ye pa ni ma ba to kwaga. Braya le pieto le. Semo. Ebu ye lu kwa bo. Sami akoga agbo. Abo ni ma le ne wa logo kwa kwa. Wọ́n tọ́lá yìí lọ, àpò sami akoga wa yìí lọ. Sẹ́wọ̀n, màá ló pẹ́ kò fi é kọ́fà. Àpò ni ma nọ tẹ́ wà logo kwa kwa. Tọ́lá yìí lọ mọ̀ wẹ̀ á. Koga wa yìí lọ. Kò kúrò sọ̀gbọ̀n lọ gbẹ̀yàn. Wà lọ́nu wọn. Tó lọ wáwẹ̀ wọn mú ya. Máa wáwẹ̀ wọn mú ya. Máa. Victoria Koga Muddy Bird. Wàyẹ́ dodo ẹ̀. Ní mẹ́ wàyẹ́ dodo ẹ̀. Èdè wọn mi wàyẹ́ dodo rẹ̀. Gọ́nsì gbé gọ́nsì. Tún mi wàyẹ́ dodo ẹ̀. Abọ́yẹ̀wò mẹ́sàn wàyẹ́ dodo rẹ̀. G Sylvester Nuna. Nuna tó wé òwò màmá. Koga wàyẹ́ ọgbẹ́ yẹn. Ní mẹ́ra ká sọ́gbọ́. Nyàtọ̀ yẹn wọnú yìí. Jeremiah gùn máa ń po ẹ̀. Don't want to get that no now. Gabriel Dennis, Prince Beware. I'm not too above no. Say Koga lo senendoy. Apo suku kose sen apoga. Sano suku da wame. Elo pine poga. Sano lokoto. Wa ye lu gbe ya ge prina gane. And you want get. Can it twa? Say wo ye babo. sewo ibo ya ko gagbo meji lodo la ibo ya ko gagbo mo me wa boko la wi me wa boko la ni ma me wa boko la abota wa manu wa boko la ama bolo ga ko ide wo so won te wa kan le jaguyari so won te wa kan le jaguyari aboko ka wo bo ko ka wo bo apo ya ete ma ga yaba kote ga yaba pe tamia ko ka to ka wo nuwa ni ma kan te papa ba sere sibe tam me mo mego me sare aglo ko ba me ye la wo pie we wa gumare ko ba go wa go wa lu gun so ro baba so ko se bie awa yo mi mowe dige won sa die gbo apo pa yo mu re che ko dia ma ka don bonga wa ye wo bore bongo bia e bo ba ya wo pro ya ye e re ko ye na je die che ko drama so ago ile bo ye re go ga bo ile apo po na ye no ayen se ni do bonga wa yi wo bo me bonga wa yi mu re Jeremiah kungwe uso ibare teba tose no esto bonga wa yi awo de tamia ko me bonga wa yi awo de bonga wa yi ba bonga ya ye ku ye yele ba ye ba bonga ya ye ku yele ba ye ba bonga ya yi na bonga wa yi ba
It's Mina Cattle Records. I like it.
On a Rosalia Gogwe Koga. You are you.
Yes, indeed. It's a blessed day to be here. It is indeed a wonderful, wonderful day to be here today. Today is Monday, August 25th, 2025. My name is Junior Payne. And again, we are here on the Heat on BKS television to bring you happiness around Liberia, Nema County, and other parts of Liberia too as well. On today's edition of the show, we got a couple of stories that we will be following here today. But again, it's a wonderful day to be here. Those of you watching us on Facebook, on YouTube, would like to say good evening to all of you and welcome to the show here this evening. Anthony Elijah made it is so watching us this evening, would like to say welcome to the show. Those of you listening to us via radio in Mutuo, Nema County, would like to say good evening to all of you and welcome to the Heat Hour here on BKS television. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. I mean, yesterday I was in here, Shadrach G. Tugbe and the rest of the folks were here. It was a wonderful, wonderful show. My friend and brother, Bob Quitty Jr., the unbeatable counselor, also watching us from Ganta City, Nema County. Bobson, I'd like to say welcome to the show here this evening. This is your product. I mean, my first time appearing on radio, my first time sitting behind the microphone at Radio Nema in 2018. I was Bobson Quitty who ushered me in the studio at that time, and that day, whenever I sit behind a microphone, I always remember that day that it was a guy who believed in me. You know, at that time, Radio Nima was tough, though. Before you sit behind Radio Nima microphone as an announcer, I mean, you wash the toilet, you sweep everywhere in offices. I mean, it was really, really tough for us. But again, we made it through all of those hard times, and God could have it. We are sitting here today. That those knowledge we acquire from Radio Nima, we are able to expound them here too as well. Let's say good evening to you and welcome to the show this evening, Shadrach G. Tugbe. Good evening, friend. How you doing, Chief?
Good evening, Junior. Good evening to everyone in Radio Land and whatsoever media you are using to listen to us. You said you missed a great show yesterday. It was very exciting. And some of us, our panelists, we learned a lot of legal terms and how they call it, practices as we hosted one of the funniest councillors in our country, Councillor Kanyu Bagbala. He was so
So you
much.
were happy yesterday because I was on the show, eh?
No, I even say, I felt bad. Junior is not here because he's a legal practitioner. He should have been here to listen to his senior comrade, elaborating kind of, issues. And like I said, I admire two persons on our show since we established the show, and they are all legal practitioners, Councilor Gongluo and Councilor Bagbala. Not that I didn't enjoy the rest of the no guests or no, but with their legal representation and how they look at issues in our country. No, they're where I'm speaking from. So anyway, thank you. We are here to again host our senator for Nema, Senator Koga tonight. We hope you join also hear from him while the public also interact with him through telephone line, if possible tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, it was a good show last time. I give it up to you, give it up to Afonso, give it up to the CEO, give it up to DK, CIWT, and the rest of the folks that were on here yesterday. It was really a good show. I listened to it this morning, and I was really impressed. I saw you laughing on the show last night. I don't know whether because the counselor was saying all the good things about Vice President Jeremiah Kuna, why you were laughing, or you were laughing because I was
So,
on the
Gino,
show.
Gino, you guys keep like taking me to be the spokesperson of the ruling party, which I'm not. I'm not even a part of their political party as well.
But
100%.
we are rooting for you, Shadrach. We're rooting for
Yeah,
you. Want you to go to the top. You know, when you are sitting at the right hand of the vice president, I, Junior Pinto, will be happy that you're sitting at the right hand of the vice president. You might call me one of these days and say, yeah, Junior, come and work with me. All of those stuff. I mean, all of these things we are saying, we are all rooting for you, man. We want you to go sit right beside the vice president so that you guys can discuss Liberia,
yeah,
Nema,
Junior,
all of.
the vice president of our country and I came a long way. So without even they show somebody praising me that close to the vice president or whatsoever, I will not dispute the fact that I'm close to the vice president, 100% I'm close to him. Our relationship started since then, 2016, and it's a quarter relationship. So I got nothing to say against him, and I see nothing wrong that he has done to speak against him or to hate him politically. But
Okay.
if the individual,
Basically, let me ask you this question.
yes, go ahead.
The vice president,
Yeah.
how do you rate the vice president leadership from his days of being representative to senator, from senator now as vice president? How do you rate him on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, to sit on the platform, I will be very objective to tell you from the level of representative to senator to vice president. I think we all can do a fair judgment besides Shadrick based on a performance got into where he is today. I can say I'll gain either 100 or 10. So, excuse me, engineer.
On,
You say what?
on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Because he has reached the level of vice presidency, not yet president, I can get him 8 over 10. Because the 2% he had to complete to the level of the presidency, if God bless him,
I will ask you,
Ask me,
don't
I will get
okay.
reasons for what I've said this.
Okay, I will ask you based on his services. Now,
Yes,
starting with the legislature, the House of Representatives.
yes.
When Vice President Jeremiah Kun was then a representative, how many bills did he pass in the House of Legislature?
Right, thank you. So I will not speak to his bill legislation individually, but during that time, there were bill passed. He took part in those bills that affect the country positively. Besides that, I'm going to go to an individual achievement in the county when he was serving a representative.
Nah,
No, but
listen,
not
you
even
see,
bill.
listen, you see the way we rate people in Liberia, we forget about their purpose of them being elected, and then we focus on the little thing they do for our people. For example, dividing back a rice, building hospital
No,
for your personal pocket. That's something we appreciate. But when we go to the actual legislation, What makes you to be a legislator? Your three oversight, your three key cardinal
So,
responsibility.
you know,
These
I
are
will
the
not
things
say
you ask question about.
I
For
will not
example,
say on the
how
public
many
medium.
more did you make?
So that I said I will not say it in the public media because I did not work in the current vice president office at the time. So I will not tell you what all laws he no legislated, no doing a tenure as representative because I will not chief officer for him. But I admire his leadership, what he did for the country and the country at large. So that's why I'm going to dive into individual achievement instead of giving you bill he passed. So if other people other
Anyways,
women or other women at the time was the chief officer, if you can ask currently the chief officer, they will give you that kind of information. So I will not
thank you.
be
Let's hold you there and welcome to the show. See how it is, Zogia Tour. Good evening and welcome to the show this evening. See how it is. How you doing, Chief?
I'm okay, yeah. And you?
I'm doing great. Let's start the show by let's start with you, Shadrach. What's on your mind this evening? A lot of things happening in Liberia, outside of Liberia.
yes.
In USA, we are informed that National Guard have been deployed to Washington D.C. and all of that. Let's hear what's on your mind this evening, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, Gino. Once again, let me say this this evening. This evening, I came across a leaked audio posted by one of the reporters from Variety News, where the chief of operation for Liberia Enforcement Agency was instructing one of the junior officer to release his daughter that was caught along with drug seller and drug user. I think around Pittsburgh. So you see, when we talk about manipulation and the system is fighting against how they call it, the people they themselves fighting against the system. Those who are in power to fight against drugs, they are the one fighting against the purpose of fighting against drugs. What do that mean? If the chief of operation, one article is, I will go to his name. Sorry, 1 minute. So his daughter was caught in the process along with drug seller and drug users in Pittsburgh. And he was asking the officer to release the daughter to go home. And the officer refused to do that. He was even threatening the officer. No, okay, since I'm asking you to leave my daughter to go home, you're asking me, you're doing your piece of job. No, I'm driving down to Pittsburgh. So you see how the system works? So the president can take drastic decision by even suspending all the leadership for LDA currently. There's somebody recommend that, and I know I actually appreciate and agree with him to turn the particular drug issue to the military. You will see things will happen because they themselves they are fighting against the progress. I was following the video. So it kind of pathetic situation in our country for now. People that people trust to go into power and do things right, they are the one even getting the president start. It's not the president of going in the field to go grab drug user, but he entrusted other people to do that. They still entrusted somebody to take care of education, but they are the one who fighting against the system. Don't want to see it happen the right way. So thank you, brother. As we go forward, we'll discuss more details and let's continue our show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shadrach. I just saw that news. I just came across that audio, and hopefully we're going to play on the show for us to have a 1 or 2 cents on it. But thank you for shedding light on the two as well this evening. Let's hear you see how it is. We'll get to it. Welcome to the show this evening. What's on your mind, Chief?
Yeah, thank you, Gina, and welcome. Last night we could not see you at all yesterday, so the August 24th, I know it was actually good at your end. But it
You
was
just
yeah,
said
it
you know
was
how to play Loki. There is
it
no
was
total food from my air.
it was actually
Very.
a firing
Mhm.
show last night. There are a lot of training issues. Even there are a lot of debate. Political pundits are making the argument on the invasion of the CEC. Become a national debate. But for me, in my mind, that deal is done because the owner of the property hearing place called last night. And he was honest with it last night that the invasion of the CDC, he understands the pain as well. But, he taking over 25 years to run after his property. So I know the rule of law are taking a course. Our country is a country of law. So as a stand, they are already happening. So nothing else we can do. But on the other side of politics, Sir Joseph Fune is political. He's forming his political party. He's waiting for his certification from the National Election Commission. So today he carried on in Maserado, acquaintance meeting with his team, some of his team in Maserado, with some member of his team. And he made a statement there regarding, people making statement to him. And he told the crowd that, people have reached out to him to refrain from, speaking. But in his response, he said, whenever he's mentioned or they mention his name, he will respond. He promised the Liberian people that you'll say the truth, nothing but the truth, and there will be so many clarifications in the future to be made. So he also said they need a political party that is not owned by a single individual, instead should be a collective owned by everyone. So he got his own way too of how he's approaching the political climate. So from now to 2029, there will be a lot of realigning politics, and people will be joining, people will be leaving, and all of that. And with the drug situation, myself, I listened to the recording this evening, allegedly that the deputy director for operation daughter was involved, into drugs, and then at some point the guys went to arrest, but then the brother with his daughter, he was giving order they should release the child. Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Siawete. We have the senator in the back. It is to my knowledge that he's on highway leaving from some part of Nema, but hopefully he has a very good network for us to have a good discussion here tonight. We're gonna come back to that issue of the drugs. I already have the clip with me. We're gonna play it for us to analyze it too as well on the show, to have our 1 or 2 cents on it. But again, folks, those of you listening to Radio in Booyah, you're listening to the Heat Out here on BKS Television. And of course, we really on voice of BKS in Buto Town, Nema County. We are also live on Facebook. Booyah, you're listening to the Heat Out. We are also live on Facebook and YouTube at BKS Television, Liberia. In tonight's edition of the show, we have with us Senator Samuel Gongwen Koga, Senator of Nema County, will be joining us tonight on the Heat Out to tell us some issues about Liberia, Nema, and other parts of Liberia too as well. Recently we heard that he escaped an assassination, which he's going to be talking to us more about here this evening, coupled with some of his brothers. Recently we have Councillor Garrison Dorde Yelu Jr. on the show talking to us about his reconciliation program in Booyah. Coupled with that too, we will also be bringing on some post analysis guests here to tell us much more about the senator appearance on the show here tonight. But the senator just dropped the line. Hopefully he rejoin us for us to have a very lengthy discussion here on the show. Again, folks, my name is Johnny O'Payne, the regular host of the show. Shadrach G. Tobe is here, the change agent. Siawete Zoget Tua is also here this evening. We go for this break. When we come back, we dive strictly into our discussion for today. Keep posted.
gele. Diaga loye. Samye koka wapega loye. Nukwa wakwanu zele ya gaga. Nukwa wakwanu zele ya gaga. Kuye kwa dwane le gaga. Ama badaga koye. Mama ni makante ya zuwa ye. Koga ye obo. So aloja kumito ya so. Lega yi toka ni makante se. Leye ye lugbo sega ye kakle. Prijo di kakle ye kulo se adine ya soda.
And yes, indeed, this is the hit hour here on Voice of BKS, a voice of, it is to my knowledge, a voice of Yahweh Menson is also relaying the show here this evening. Folks, we'd like to say good evening to all of you and welcome to today's edition of the hit hour here on BKS television. On tonight's edition, we have with us Senator Samuel Gongme Koga of Nima County serving as our guest on the show today. While we await Senator Koga to appear in studio, this leak audio, I mean, you know about it. Shadrach Siawite, you also know about it. We're going to play it and have our 1 or 2 cents on it. Each person going to have 2 minutes each. And after that, probably we might be playing it, and then the senator will appear in studio. We don't know, but let's go for it. And shortly, we will have our 1 or 2 cents on the issue. What say you?
Take your phone to her right now.
All right, let me go to the office. I'll call you right back.
Do not cut that phone off. Go there now.
I live in Jason. I'm going there, Chief.
No, you're not listening. I'm hearing them. Keep your phone on.
I'm on my way going there.
Go in there and leave the phone on. If you're texting, I'm not wearing a uniform. Did your commander call you? I'm calling. Then you beat my daughter?
No, nobody be on.
Yeah, don't pull that girl to touch you when the time is.
Papa won't talk to you.
Hello, Daddy.
Champion, they beat on you over there?
Yeah?
They beat on you?
Yeah, they beat me with ratting.
They still beating you with ratting?
They feel beating me, ma. I mean, they beat me with ratting.
When they beat you?
That will be you.
I'm not one woman, not too long.
I can't enter in, Chief.
They forget it. All
Officer, how you addressing me just now?
When you call me, I'm on my way coming to the office.
No, my question to you, yeah? How she addressing me right now? What she said?
She said somebody beat her with ratting.
No, she said, hello, Daddy. Is that what she said?
Yeah, but let me see who do the Anna, Chief. I'll call you right back. You got get entering.
You're taking for in she's selling drugs to a smoking drug. Or she was phone in the ghetto?
Yeah, Chief, she was in the house with a man. In the TV round, they were cutting when we got there. But one minute bring her now. Sorry for me saying it. She was born naked there. But the guy had a job that was tying the market. He put up resistance and fought the officer and took 2 bags from her. One ever guy said was coming when he saw the man attacking her. I had to join ever man and took a man back from him.
That girl is my daughter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, Chief.
She's my daughter. Your reason right now to her sister, let me bring her home.
What?
You heard what I said?
Yeah, and Chief, 1 minute, let me talk to you, sir.
Yeah, what you want to say?
Chief, they talk 2 hours my bravo.
That's something y'all can get later on. Y'all got people when I say release my daughter to... Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Release her to her sister, let me bring her home now to me.
But Chief, my bravo issue.
No, listen to me. You better don't let me get first, eh?
Consider it, don't you?
I said release her to her sister, I'll bring her home now. I want to drive the case right now.
Consider it, don't you?
The man who you arrested with the charge, hold him. I said, release my dollar now.
Chief, they may escape.
Look, you know what I mean?
No.
So you cannot release my dollar? What you saying?
But Chief, decide somebody can guarantee her. People here, let me do my own piece of job to guarantee her, Chief.
Oh, you talking on the phone? I should get you my wait. I come to the wait for me. Wait. You understand what happened? I say, hey. I'm driving the curious right now. I don't want to fucking see you. I don't want to fucking see you that DA bidding when I get there. I don't want to fucking see you in DA bidding when I get there right now. And all of you, then you tell me I'm doing my job and can you tell me to do your job?
No,
you talk to me on the phone?
The people here guarantee her. That will do a guarantee. No, can't just get.
You telling me I should give you a chance to do your job? I mean, you spoke to on the phone right now?
I said the people can guarantee her. The people already here. So that will do it.
Okay, let me say something so you can understand.
Yes, sir.
You are the one who sent your telephone number to me. I want to see you in my office tomorrow morning. You telling me to give you a chance to do your job?
No, I
don't. And what you just told me? You might ask Marshall people what happened. Hey, you ordering me to give you a chance to do your job?
Chief, I said the people already here. They get family here. I think your daughter, your.
I said, they're all my children. My children. I'm telling you, they telling me say give me a chance to do my job, right? I'm driving a Carrisburg. I'm driving. No. I'm driving the Carrisburg.
Now you are talking to the people starting here. Give me a chance. Not you. I think you're in the north. Other people talking to the.
Listen, guys, void of politics. You listen to this clip, right? For me, I don't want to put the word alleged to this thing. This is not an artificial intelligence speaking. This is the DA boss. I want to ask this question.
Not boss, please.
Sorry. The chief of operation. We considering the boss too as well in the situation.
Yeah, you know the boss is. You're right. You know the boss
operation. This is the DA chief of operations speaking. This is not an artificial intelligence. I've never seen AI speak colloquial fluently like this. Why you make your 1 or 2 cents on this matter, right? Do you think the fight against drugs will succeed in this direction? When boss is calling on a man there saying, let me do my little piece of work, chief, I beg you. This is the protocol. Let somebody sign for her. Then we can release her to go. And the boss is saying, you cannot command me. You cannot say this to me. The senator is already in the back. We're going to come back to this issue. But let's say good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Senator Samuel Gomez Koga.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening to everybody in Radio Land this evening. Yeah, I'm very sorry because I will have a poor quality of dissemination of information based on my location. We are
Where
in
you
route from town.
speaking to us?
I'm currently speaking to you between Kitomo and Gbedi, coming from Campley. This morning we went to Boateng, where we said that we have a groundbreaking ceremony, cutting a ribbon of Honorable Semiana's center he built there, Palawa Hall for the citizen. And then I was there when one of my supporters, the person of Vakaba Kuruma, died. He accompanied that they buried in the afternoon. So I decided to leave from Boateng to go to Campley to go sympathize with the family, and I'm on my way back to Ganta. And yesterday I was also in Campley again. I went to Lole, Women Pay. Earlier, I anticipated to happen one day yesterday, but were postponed to today. So I only went there because of the tradition between us to tell them that I will not be here to attend the program. But currently, I'm on my way back. I just parked waiting, so I'm on my way to Canton.
Yeah, I think you're not really far from Ganta, so we'll be having a conversation, and probably you will arrive in Ganta this evening. How you doing? How was the August 24th celebration from your end, Senator?
Well, I did not have a formal August 24th celebration, but this morning, while sleeping, I was woken up by the citizens from Ningmain that came in multitude to parade, and they have come to greet me. And I came also with Inter-Ite or Wamile, and then later they left. And I showed them that we are neighbor. In fact, they said we are neighbor, and they will always be visiting me. And at your son, and I should open my arms and I said, well, I don't hold anything against anybody. You are welcome and we'll work together always. And so it was kind of a joyous move. So that's the only thing I experienced today when it comes to that. Besides that, while on my way, I also make a stop to my mother home in the Southern County where the women were parading as well. And we greeted them. And some of the guys that were going for on the Women program, they all rode with me to go. And so far, so good.
I mean, that's great. Let's get into the heat of the discussion here tonight. I want to start with the recent news about somebody trying to assassinate you at your residence. Can you tell us more about that, please? Yeah. So, gentlemen, we'll be having some break in, break out because the senator is on his way to Ganta. Hopefully, if he arrives in Ganta, we'll be able to have a wonderful, wonderful discussion with him. But he's on his way to Ganta. We're going to be on air live that he's back again in studio.
Huh?
If you're just joining us, folks, you're listening to the Senator. Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm somewhere around Upagudi, we're going towards Kamen, and Zurui, Miller Farm, Miller Farm. So we're on the highway. As we get to any coverage area, I'll be, in touch with you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, it's okay. This recent news that we heard about
Give the
somebody
Senator
trying.
a few minutes.
Senator, I think you are like probably 15
You
or
said,
20 minutes, I mean 15 minutes away from Ganta. Can we hold on you arrive in Ganta so we can have the discussion?
well, we can be talking periodically, and then when we reach Ghana, then we'll move because I'm from Ghana. While going to my house, we have some network problem until I
Okay,
get to
great.
my house. But also, you can use the opportunity when I drop, then you can discuss other issue.
All right, no problem. Now, with this information we got up recently about somebody trying to assassinate you, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, they were assassinate. I don't know whether it's understated or overstated, but
I would want to say it's
I
overstated
think
in this issue.
I think I'll use the word somebody wanted to apply voodoo, African sign that
Okay.
could harm me allegedly. Uh, we've been in Nima since was it July 26th? No, yeah, since July 26th. No, that when the election was held, July what, 12th, August 12th. Okay, I've been yeah since July. I've been here since July 26th in Nima up to now. I'm still here. So there was a gentleman, a sling eyes for me. Asked the people they told him I was in bed. There were evening hours. I was not too okay. There he insisted that he wanted to see me by all means. So the post said, but what happened? He said he wanted me to transfer into Monrovia. So he said, but you can go come. If you say you want a man, he said, no, I want to see the man by all means. So he stayed. I never came out until around 10 in the night after he had left. Are you there?
Yes, sir. We hear you, Senator.
Yeah, after he left, he also outside with the children. Normally in the night we sit and keep conversation. So later, at a later time, last this week, was it Saturday night or Tuesday night? Last week Tuesday, he came and said that he came to me. But before pronouncing that, he came in the yard and behind the house, there's a store part of sand that we have there that we use at time. And when he stood in the sand, he was forcing his feet, pressing something down in the sand. So one of those boys that live at the entrances or at the him to begin to rush to him. When he got closer to him, he pointed him, "Oh, what are you doing here?" So as soon as he said, "What are you doing there?"
Yeah, the senator network really, really bad,
Yeah,
It's
that highway there got serious problem.
mhm.
He went because he said, "But what kind of man here?" So then right away, one of the boys said, "Oh, but the fellow man who came out there, who insisted they want to see the woman in here, they see close stay on him. But the bed he had, the bed was wet. So we asked him for identity. Took out a wallet. Like only one marble in the wallet, nothing. Then we were concerned. So we asked him, who does you come to? Say, what the man name? He said, I know his name. Say, sure. Can you call his name? Then he put his hand in his pocket and took a red sea.
Oh,
Senator, drop the line. Let's go for this break. When we come back, with the continue with the discussion here tonight. Let me say what's up to you, Alfonso. You did a really good job last night, man, Alfonso. I must appreciate. How you doing, Chief? You are muted, boss.
Parliament, when you
Thank
say,
you. Thank you, Baba. I was not pretty well seated in that seat because I was not actually informed in due time because they just
Yeah.
told me, oh, John is not here. So I was still not convinced that you are not going to come. So I said, John are going to come. But lately, maybe 2 minutes to the time, I said, my man, are you coming to introduce you something? So do we quickly? I said, wow. To start down, my, my device started embarrassing me. I said, don't try that. Yeah, it was
I
a
mean, you
good
did
show
a
last
really good.
night. Yeah, in your absence, even though they the Uganda get out over there, the way they get embarrassing you, we had to talk about it. Yeah,
Why you guys
Saja
keep talking about
Saja
girls?
Saja had
The,
to join. See how it is in East Africa. Saja had to join to appeal to her. Yeah,
the
ah,
senator
Hello?
is here.
Hello?
Yeah,
yeah,
Senator,
Senator.
welcome back.
Yeah, so he took the apple and said, this is my name. So I said, well, how can somebody need be an apple? The children took it from him right away, squeezed it and put lime on it. Then later I told them to search the bag. When they checked the bag, there were series of animal hairs with horn, dog, baby, and some other chalk, different type. So I begin to ask him what are the usage of those things. He couldn't explain to us. But when the asked him further, he said, I need to kill this man. I was sent. So I will not deny it. So when he said it, then they said, but who sent you? He wanted to call him, then later he caught himself. Then he said, no, two women, one woman and two men were the one that sent me. Where are they? He didn't talk. Where are you from? Then he said, you're from Guinea. How did you enter the country? He said, he entered through the mean bowler. Somebody that entered through the mean bowler who doesn't have identity. There must be some level of influence for infiltration to the country. So the next day, that night, after we interrogated him, I called for the police. The police came. The police have him arrested, took him to the police station, and they said this thing that medicine will call the herbalist, the chief herbalist in Lima to come and see it. Then you will tell what kind of medicine is this. The man came that night, he saw though, he said this medicine is not a good medicine. I think he showed 2 days, he said they want to kill people. But they want the marble here is dangerous. They want can take people image immediately and draw your spirit from in you. That the marble the boy dealing with. So it's dangerous. Now they left the guy in the police hands. The police did not take any record from on the man. Police did not take any record on the gentleman. Then they traditionally took him to Sanikole to ask him. He began to bust things in the place there. We took him to they took him to Sanigole police station where they kept him in custody. The senior police never took record of him. So when they called me that they were bringing the man back to me, to my house, I said, so are you telling me that you're setting death trap to me? Somebody who came and said they want to kill me is telling me you're sending the person back to my house because the police don't want to intercept. Put the police commander on. The house spoke to them. I told them that this man, if you guys, and the man is not talking as he said, that he's not explaining anything to you. Whatsoever he said, he must have a recording, saying he can't explain, but whatsoever he say, you're recording, and then contact the immigration, let the immigration contact the Guinean authority. And they will make some intervention. And they agreed to that. They took their advice. Later, on Saturday afternoon, they informed the Guinean authority. The Guinean police came at the border and received him and carried him to La Guinea. But the police did not show me record up to present. There where my suspicion lies.
So the traditional council of Nema, did they tell you anything relating to his identity too as well? Senator, are you there? Folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. On the Heat Tower, we say
Hello?
dialogue. And yes, sir. Are you there, Senator?
Oh,
Yeah, the Senator, I mean, we just need to hold on to him until he arrives in Ganta so that we can have a good discussion. But again, it's going to be a good show. Alfonso had a really, really good conversation last night. But there were, as I listened to the show this morning, I wanted Alfonso to ask one question to the counselor. Are you leaving because the other side is rough, or you are leaving because you just want to leave because of Nema unity as you guys are preaching? Alfonso couldn't ask that question. But again, it's going to be a good show. Let's go for this musical break.
No question was asked now. They asked him whether he's still a member of the CDC, and he said yes. But he just having different view. That was it.
I know you see how it is personally for you. You were happy. You love to see people leaving from CDC, people ill discussing CDC because that's politics for you people. Not me. I'm not a politician. I'm a practicing journalist, and hopefully next year, a practicing lawyer by the grace of God. You see, China will attack me here again tonight. But let's leave that discussion. Let's go back to the clip we play. You listen to that DEA, one of the DEA bosses. In your opinion, Shadrach, what do you think should be done to this guy, this DEA boss?
So like my brother 70 was saying allege, and I can say I have opposing view to say allege, because like you already said, that video you listen to is not an AR video there. I mean that audio right? It's not an AR. Everything was done in our no colloquial. The guy speaking, responding to a fire in colloquial, and the officer was resisting. Can I allow me to do my piece of job? My brother, like I said, my introductory statement, if I were the president now, not even that man alone, there are many in there as bosses, so no suppressing the officer in the field working. When they arrest a guy, they will take phone and call a guy, release a person. It's just 0.1% we seem so. So they are the one causing the problem for the president and the top leadership. And that because they say the fighting against drugs, their kids are involved with the drugs, usage. They are often using drugs, they're taking in drugs, they're selling drugs. So they are sentimental in arresting or fighting against drugs. If I were the president today, I suspend that entire leadership of LDEA and the army in charge for at least for a few months and see how the country be with in terms of drugs before you can structure a new leadership that you think you can know vetting properly. Man, we are our own problem in the country. Seriously, we are the problems for ourselves in the country. Liberians, people in leadership, they are the problems. The president alone cannot do all. They say he appointed education minister, agriculture minister, because he feels those guys have expertise to demonstrate in that area to make things better for the citizen. But the same people who are being entrusted with the kind of responsibility, they are the one causing problem for the common people. That be fight here. We will speak, and when it's true, we'll say it. So for me, that's my own opinion. If I know you will be suspended or you'll be fire for that particular thing. That thing it will not make sense. They will fire him. But not here alone. Other people will be there. They will torment those guys who work under them. They will suppress them. They will intimidate them. That anytime we think of such, we will do SYZ. So they too are afraid to lose that little $2 they're making per month for the family to survive. Why are we treating ourselves there? Why are we damaging the future of the country? Only because you get your family bring the drugs in the country or your children are involved with the drugs. Thank you, Gino, man.
Thank you. I mean, we will replay the audio. We'll replay for our followers and those that are listening to us via Radio Land. But again, we have 9 minutes up to 9 o'clock in Liberia, and of course, 9 minutes up to 11 o'clock in Rwanda, and 9 minutes up to 4 o'clock in Minnesota, USA, where Fanso resides. I don't know where Siawites will get to or is. It is to my knowledge that he's with me here in Rwanda. I don't know whether that is true or not. It is also to my knowledge that he's in Liberia. I don't know whether it's true or not. But again, folks, if you just join us,
that ball salam that Benadi to get a location here.
I mean, I don't know, man. If you say
the men are 3-in-1. Salam Hussein, Benali.
I started trusting the man could no conversation now. So you're giving 2 days. I will announce the location on the platform.
We trust you. The senator is back. Senator,
really, back. Yeah, that the ring. I mean, Ganta now, but the ring not easy. It's just season.
Okay, so I think we can have a good conversation. The only problem we have
go
is
ahead,
that
go ahead.
The only problem we have with you is that you are not on camera, Chief. We're not seeing you. We're only seeing your blog, and we are not seeing. Yeah, we're not seeing you.
I don't know which device our senator is using. Even if you appear on camera, the image is not clear.
It is programmed.
I think you not see me.
The background.
Are you seeing
No, we're not seeing you.
Wow.
You see you, but we're not seeing you.
Huh? There's something going on.
Your camera not on. You see, I would say your camera not on that.
I checked it. I know. Well, yeah, come on.
You want my channel to see you?
Saja, Saja, you need to visit it. Saja, you need to visit the senator one day, yeah?
You see me now?
Yeah, we see you blinking.
Different direction.
And then nowhere, I'm in the car, what happened?
Okay, it's okay. Let's have a conversation like that. Let's say good evening to you and welcome to the show. Marvin Opaswa, Reverend Marvin Opaswa, watching us from Minnesota, USA. Saga Joe Batwa is also following the show. Ofori Nuante is also following us from Congo Town, Peace Island. Andrew Dokia is also following us. I would like to say welcome to all of you. And those of you listening to us on Voice of BKS, would like to say welcome to the show this evening. We have with us Senator Samuel Gomwe Koga of Nema County. Senator, let's have this, black magic thing. Let's have it conclude. I was asking whether or not you received any other information from the Traditional Council of Nema, because it is to our knowledge that the Liberian National Police turned the fellow over to the Traditional Council of Nema County. Whether you had any other hearing from the Traditional Council?
The traditional council said to me that the gentleman could not explain anything to them. And then they were confused as to where the man should go. They wanted to bring him to my house. I said, no. Police is the one that's responsible for criminal cases. Since indeed the guy is not complying with you, you carry him back to the police. Now how they brought him to police, the counter detail, and then subsequently took him to the borough according to them, where he was received by the Canadian authority. Well, no information we ever received, like come a statement from them and what have you.
Now, I'm constrained to ask you this question. Currently,
Yes.
as a senator, do you have any other issue with anybody within a county or in a country? Any other maybe conflict between anybody that they would try to do such a thing to you?
Well, I'm not an oracle to deduce the mind of anybody. Well, as a politician, you are a public figure, and there are people who like you, and there are people who doesn't want to see you progress. So I wouldn't have known who is the unknown source that intend to harm me. But I believe that I'm very much optimistic that the Almighty God is powerful. For the power that God, it is through His instrumentality that is serving the Liberian people. So anybody who want to do it out of evil, well, it left with them, but my God will not spare such a person. So I'm not afraid of anybody who could do anything of such. When you are a politician, there are two things involved. You either live and become permanent, or you either be jail perpetually for your advocacy. So those things is a natural phenomenon. So I don't hold it against anybody.
Great. Now, taking you to Booyah, where you hail from. We had information recently that you call the representative led Koto Kwaru on Koto Kwaru and Boris Balie to a reconciliation in Ganta City. Do you care to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, as you may recall, the issue of the election that took place in electoral district number 5 was challenging to my man who I told you guys that I never wanted to discuss the issue of the election because I felt very much disrespected and belittled. So for that reason, I decided to exonerate myself from the process of campaign or whatsoever. Having said that, the election was held in the district where my birth is my birthplace, and there my neighbor street lies. So as a senator, anything that happened on the contrary, if I sat upon I'm sorry, yeah, somebody was calling.
The senator dropped the line. Let's go for this break. When we come back, we continue with the discussion here tonight, folks. You got to bear with us. The senator is en route. He's actually trying his best to join us, but again, Liberia, the network.
Immediately
Senator,
call upon Bori to appeal to a conscience in the first place that Bori, while it is true that you are dissatisfied with the outcome of the election, we agree. But the fact that the election commission preliminary result him to be veto, anything on the contrary, it will procrastinate the the representation of that district. So for that reason, I appeal to your conscience, no matter what is to concede the seat and withdraw your case from this, the, the election commission. So Bobby, after having approached him, he heard war and said he was going to go and reach out to the people in the district and had a meeting. So I said, but before you go, I would like to be with you in Kotor to first of all begin the process. He graciously accepted and came to my house. Kotor was on his way to Monrovia and came to my residence, and they both sat before me and we started a negotiation. So Bori he left and went up, had a meeting with a citizen, and then from there he called me that he coming to respond to me. So during that period, I also invited Koto to come along with his supporters as well as Bori. And the whole day in my yard, we were there, merrymaking, talking one thing to another. Then later, Boris said, having consulted the people in the interior, they said that the fact that you are come in to mitigate, you are the head of the district and the county, so we cannot embarrass you. So we agree that how it was accepted. And then I also told Koto that right after the issue, when he certificated, he need to initiate a meeting with the citizen that I will be in presence so that we had a reconciliation discussion among the citizenry in order for them to work together with understanding. Why it is true that 2029 will be an open sketch where anybody want to contest. Once a candidate, an individual has been elected, we all should respect that person for the period under review. When the election comes, anybody want to exercise their franchise right, but for now, let us be united. So I graciously were accepted and we all, agreed to it and how the problem was solved. Then I later heard that Man D.
Woo! The point again.
Yeah, the discussion. I mean, we got to bear with the senator tonight. I don't know what's really going on, but the let's go for this break, and hopefully we'll be back to discuss the issue here tonight. After the senator has spoken on this, we'll come to you, Shadrach, for your two questions, and after you go to Siawete Afanso will be the last, and after that we will start another round of questionings on the issues. But I got much more question to ask the senator tonight, coupled with his new role as senator. How do you see the new role? What is it like for him transitioning into senator? What are the responsibilities that he's faced with? What are his challenges at the House of Senate? And hopefully, we're going to discuss the issue here tonight. But let's go for this break. When we come back, we will continue with the discussion. And we will play this DEA stuff so that Siawete will have his take on it. From Siawete, we'll go to Afanso. Bobby is in the back. Going to bring Bobby on shortly.
That phone off. Go there now.
I live in Dayton. I'm going at you.
No, you're not listening. I'm hearing them. Keep your phone on.
I also on my way going there.
Go in there and leave the phone on. If you're texting, oh, you're not wearing a uniform. Did your commander call you? I'm calling. Then you beat my daughter? No.
I get to trust you when the time is.
Papa, I want to talk to you.
Hello, Daddy.
Champion, they beat on you over there?
Yeah?
They beat on you?
Yeah, the people are ratting.
They
Let's welcome to the show, Big Brother Bobby One T. Boy Afanso. I mean, Siawete, let's hear you. You've heard this video, right? What do you make of it? What say you on this video? This leaked audio. What say you? What are your recommendations to the government? I mean, Siawete, when you want to talk on an issue, the senator can just appear, and we gotta bring him on.
Hello.
Yeah, Senator, welcome back.
Where did I stop? Because later the network was blinking.
Yeah, you were trying to speak on the issue of Man D Wogbe.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, so when I call her, after settling Bori and Koto issue, I call her, and she was coming from Sunny Kule. She said she was vexed with me. I said, man, don't get vexed. They can't get vexed with the people that come. So she promised to come, and she never came.
Okay, now recently you had a meeting with some aggrieved students from the PYJ Polytechnic University in Kanta. Do you care to tell us a little bit about that issue too as well?
Yeah, it can be recalled on Friday at the PYJ Polytechnic some students took into the streets on grounds that they pay their fees as enrollment to enroll rather. And then since the death of Senator Johnson, enrollment had they needed to know the status of the university. But according to them, they had written a petition to petition the leaders. But the leader in which they decided to petition, none of them were drawing the picture or invited. They decided to take the principal street of Ganta, block the entrances at PYJ Polytechnic, and the road coming from Second APA was blocked for some minutes. Police intervened before it subsided. But they were in a building, a separate PYJ compound, shouting, you know, our PYJ depth is powerful. PYJ made a lot of leaders and they are neglected. A lot of derogatory statement. So when I received a call from my resident behind Nickman, I decided to drive there. I drove there and got
Okay.
and I told first place the act they were carrying.
Wow. I mean, the senator never really, really giving problem tonight. Seriously. But CLT, let's hear you. Senator, are you there?
Just seeing a people from you. Go ahead.
Senator, are you there?
John, he might be home already, so let's just get him off when you reach, then you can call. I think it will be better.
Yeah, he demanded that we should hold him on the line until he reach home, all of that. But I think it's professional enough that we keep him off the back so that he reach home before he called us. Let me try to let me try to call him probably
Yeah,
to come in and let him reach first before he talk to us. So but let's hear you on this LDA issues here with it.
Well, like like I said from the beginning, we keep saying the issue of drugs is a very huge cartel. And I mean, those are some of the effect of the proliferation of drugs in Liberia. Because the reason we say allegedly that voice, those are things that are happening. That's why when you see people chanting, they don't want DEA, they want AFL. Those are some of the reasons. But by law, the institution that has a statutory responsibility is the DEA. So at that moment, from what is happening, it clearly show you what people have seen, and some don't have evidence, but they are seeing it, and there's no way to produce evidence by that. But the recording is not enough to indict someone. I'm not a lawyer anyway, but I think that recording, if it's an investigation, there are a lot of trades they will have to do. Maybe from the present phone contact and all of that, the communication. But on the overall, it just shows how our environment is.
See, I would say, I want you to lead the issue of the indictment. I want you to speak to the issue of how the LDA boss spoke to his other men, giving this kind of command that release the person, she's my daughter, In
No,
fact, when I
but
reached
Jim,
there,
I'm getting there now. You're not restricted house. Wow,
okay, let's hear you, Chief.
So
You know,
one,
they're going to be deacon, so you know, I do it. You small, but no, bit by bit.
yeah. So what I'm saying is that all those things, like I said, I think maybe you were offline when I even spoke about that. I said the issue with the DEA is a huge cartel. And from what you see, a lot of people have even experienced more than what is coming out. Because that being very unprofessional, because I mean it's actually unprofessional, and it's unbelievable that people who are fighting drugs, that their relatives, their children will even be involved into that. And if you listen to the clip, what can actually disgust you is that the guy is on the phone, very aggressive to, the DA officer, commanding him to, take the instruction and, releasing his daughter. What has your daughter done? What was her involvement? So I mean, it's actually unfortunate. And for me, in my mind, once he investigated, he should be dismissed, because the issue of investigation, they don't require investigation. Once it is proven that the boss is involved into that, if it can be his daughter, then what more about another person? John, that you see, Liberia, it is even shameful that you, as a deputy for operation, your child is found in that kind of act. It's shameful and it's condemnable, and you need to be dismissed. For me, that's all I can say. There's no if and if about it. He needs to be dismissed because there's no good example he's setting. There's no deterrent for people who are even involved into drugs use or trafficking, because he's involved. So he's
Thank you,
one of those.
Siawate. Thank you. I know if we don't have the time to speak to that issue, we'll stay included in our analysis part of the show. Senator, welcome back.
Yeah, how you doing? I
Yeah, we
just
call
entered.
up.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
great.
So
Mhm.
I think, as I was saying, with respect to the issue of what we're discussing,
The issue of PYJ Polytechnic University
yeah.
students.
So I invited the student here, and they came and asked them. I also asked the IT president of the university, one sumo. I just sumo, what am I hearing on the campus? And the children, the way in which they are talking, they are saying that Joe probably doesn't have family or whosoever, but only government responsible. So I said, well, in the first place, let me make it clear to you. PYJ had a family when he was a senator, and while the student who succeeded him and we are related to him, we cannot meld into a domestic affairs. This university that a private university, his wife, his children are the one who's supposed to discuss.
Senator Koga, are you there? Folks, if you guys joining us, you're listening to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. On the Heat Tower, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullets. In today's edition of the show, we have with us Senator Samuel Gombe Koga of Nima County, speaking to us on a couple of issues ranging from his recent, let's say, voodoo attack to PYJ Polytechnic University, and a couple more to discuss here on today's edition of the show. My name is Junior Payne. I'm here with Afanso Wombo, Shadrach G. Togbe, Siawate Zoget Tour, Bobby Wanti. Bobby is from Australia. Let's say that Bobby is from Australia. Siawate, an unknown destination. Siawate is 3-in-1. Saddam Hussein, Ben and all the other top men where US run behind them for years before they can get you in
Man,
a city.
don't go to the point. You don't want information at someone location you're looking for. The senator coming
Senator,
back.
welcome back.
Hey,
Yeah, the
Senator
internet is
Basali.
fluctuating, my man.
Yeah, we had a discussion, Senator. No problem. Let's go back to PYJ Polytechnic University.
Yeah, so as I said, I set up committee, a 3-man committee to look into the matter that we see how best we can put a remedy into place. So in so doing, we the person of not the Dr. Mokeyo, the president of the university, I think, Sumo.
Shadrach?
Yeah.
Shadrach, you're here.
You said?
You drop the line again, Senator.
I said,
Mm-hmm.
I set up a committee. The committee comprises of 2 separate committees. One has to do with the committee that will engage the senator wife to provide all bank statements because the children alleged that there was some money that was government subsidized the university and the money had not been dispensed. So for that reason, they wanted to know why schools are closed. So we set a committee to work along with the madam to go and get a bank statement to the committee within 2 weeks. And then we also instituted a committee headed by Mervyn Yelu that will be able to engage Senator Johnson's wife and the children to see how best we can discuss. Because I earlier set up that committee before I went in the States when the children went over media to express their dissatisfaction. I had a previous meeting with them, set up a committee. So Mervyn Yelu is the one that spearheaded that committee to ensure that all of the issue between the 2 parties, that the mother and the children, can be resolved. And then from there, they will report to us within 2 weeks. Then within 3 weeks, I will call the student community leadership along with the committee heads who can have a meeting and come to a conclusion. But before then, I told the student that I don't want to assure them that they will open the school this year or will not open the school. Opening of the school will depends on the outcome of the committee reports. So when the report is submitted, where fundings are identified, then we'll ensure that that happens. If it doesn't, then I will take the issue to the NEMA Legislative Caucus, including the vice president, so we can sit down and see the way forward, how we can approach the central government. So how the school issue is, and the children agree with me, and they decided to hold on to the the period under review, so that we can see how we can handle the issue and make it late.
Thank you, Senator. I beg you, panelists, please. I want to ask one more question on this issue of PYJ Polytechnic University. Now, recently we learned that the PYJ Polytechnic University is trying to transition from a private institute to a government institution. Do you have any other information about that too, Senator, to tell us, please?
I think that is a proposition. It's not something that I may infatuated. People are suggesting to proposing that because the assumption is that the madam and the children may not be able to maintain the school and pay workers as well as the building. So it is an assumption until the committee had exclusive discussion with the family that the committee will set up before we can make an informed position to see what direction. But for now, no other person can make decision before the family because the school belongs to the family.
Traditionally, you are an uncle to the family. Now, in your power as a senator, are there any plans for the university from your end?
Yeah, the first thing before I make any projection or suggestion as an uncle to them, first of all, it is my anticipation that the both parties go together in unison. When the children and the mother are fragmented and they are not together, it's very difficult for me to make any decision. This is the reason why previously, before even the demonstration of the students, we have set up a committee more than 2 months back, since 2 months back, to look into the children affairs. And then from there, we can make an informed position. When the meeting is held, where the mother will be able to tell us on the document or the deed of the university and the schools, which one of the children names are on those documents, then we can see how best we can mitigate the process. But together and just conclude, it will be a disrespect to the family. So I don't want to go that route until otherwise.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Senator. Over to you now, Shadrach. Let's hear you. Your 2 questions.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening to our father, Senator of Nimba, Senator Koga.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for your intervention during the election at the conflict about to it was to bring some procrastination about the seat of our district. Thank you for your leadership. You just applied to bring things in order.
Yes, sir.
So my question, I would say, take you back to our district and also the party. Even though you were disrespected during the process and which of course you have seen in the process, and now how is now you and your party now, the executive? What is there any misfeeling or you guys are still issue based on the result of the election?
Well, since the election, I haven't gone back to Monrovia. As I told you, I came in Monrovia. I came from Monrovia on the 7th of August. And I came to go. I went in the district, most of the district number 4 and 5, to witness the funeral service of the late 40 Madame from Buyane, woman, Brownie Samoka mother. So we spent 3 days there. From there, when I came Monrovia, I sent my car. When I came Ganta on the 9th, I left. On the 10th, I sent my car all the way to Monrovia for those who wanted to go vote, whether you're from Kotokan, you're from Mekwa, whosoever, everybody get on board to drive there in the district to go and exercise the franchise. I've been in Ganta. And I was here. From here, I went to Yekepa. From Yekepa, I visited some other areas in the Manon sector, visiting there where I met Honorable Nyan Flomo in a district meeting, which I attended partially. Then from there, I came back to Ganta. I've been visiting towns around the surrounding and also come to my house in the evening.
Okay, thank you, Senator. My last question has to do with the recent incident took place at your residence where your life was threatened by an unknown person, herbalist. No, let me say this way. No, my concern has to do with the manner in which the case was handled with the national police and other traditional leaders of our county. We as common citizens, if this can happen to you as a senator of the county, that people should be afraid and also address issue. But then the way it was handled, there's no trace of that particular case. The individual was not documented and whatsoever. What does that mean to our new system as a country? And what do you think the citizens should expect if tomorrow happens to a common person? Thank you.
Well, it could break anybody down. It could make somebody to challenge the authority, ability, or inability. And it could also portray the country lawless country and etc. Because in the first place, before you turn any police or any suspect over to another country, in the first place, there must be extradition treaty between that country and another country. And before the person is turned over to their country, that person must be charged. So as I speak to you, I have not seen any police charges because by right it's all to keep me abreast to know whether what decision was reached before they may cross the river. Everything is in limbo and it's disappointing. So I don't know what led to that and who authorized them to do so. But at times when something happened to you in person, it tie you down to advocate because others may feel that because it is you that you want to what they call the authority. But actually, I'm going to question them after we open session. Receive. because it be my imagination. As I speak, nobody had come on the phone here as a police officer to brief me about the status of the case that was given to them officially. With my officer from my office that escorted them to the police station.
Yeah, they seem they're having some network problem again.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, you don't get me.
No, Senator.
I said since the incident occurred and the police alleged that they had turned the suspect over, they are now formally informed me about the status of the case. So whatsoever I'm telling you is just a rumor. So it be my imagination for a police that is officially assigned and paid from government taxpayer money to behave in such manner. But I am saying that I don't want to talk for now until when I get Morovia, when session open. I think Gregory Como will be invited to give us some detail on the issue. Because it don't show me any sign of leadership, to be very sincere with you. The police are going to come to my house and say, oh, yes, the suspect you turned over to us the last time did it. Well, I'm happy. But nothing of such, no record.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Thank you for your response on the issue. Let's get to you, Siawete Zoget Tour. If you want the camera, please come and ask the Senator your 2 questions from you. We'll go to Bobby to Alfonso. Let's welcome to the show.
I don't even see now, Senator. Where is he?
Yeah, Senator, I think you kind of like.
He say he watch your word. He say la senator. Now your senator.
Mama, you got very respectful on the
Mama, I stop. I was joking. Why are you taking it? I apply for you. I never said that thing out of context. I will do that.
Senator,
Mama, I say your senator. Hey, senator, you know, my senator, I different party. My senator, I'm a senator.
I beg you. Jiggy, I beg you, hold on.
So yeah, they were running with a team that when you do it, they show you they get when you cause a time they get raw. That called Jeremiah Kuni. So they are saying them going
Senator, I beg you. You went in some kind of program and we're not seeing your face.
You see me now, right?
We see you now, Senator. Welcome back. Siawete, your 2 questions to the Senator.
Y'all are afraid to say, I say, now you're seeing the man face.
The man are your former boss now. What you want to do? Since Siawete is not here.
Yeah, thank you, Gian. Sorry, man. I try to adjust my camera.
Okay,
Good evening, Honorable Koga.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your role play in Nima of recent. I follow you. My concern has to do with the election in District 5. I listened to the lone female candidate as to how the process was done. And she said vote she got like I think around 50 some more vote in one of those your town, and she had the sheet. I don't know whether she brought it to your attention, because when you said you invited her to make peace among those candidates that had a problem, I don't know whether she brought that to your attention. And how do you, on the overall, how do you rate the election in District 5 when there were some allegation of ballot stuffing from one of the candidates?
Yeah, the allegation that there was ballot stuffing, I was not present in the district because I never voted. I was all along, I was in Ganto. But the only thing that I saw, when I say saw on Facebook and beside Facebook, that I realized that were not actually correct, number one was the attitude of the police. No part of the world that the police will enter the premises of the election area and restrict electors to go in and come out. 1. 2, no part of the world that election officers will go and tell nature that while coming by police will charge them. So all those things, it brought some level of intimidation one way or the other, which was wrong. And then when the election riot took place, prior to the election, 2 days prior to the election, there were no arrests made. All those irregularity from the police side, I had a reservation on that. But the issue of the election itself, the people went to election. Always, whenever election take place, there will always be complaint. Somebody will cry foul that they cheated and they do SYC. But until it's proven beyond reasonable doubt, nobody is criminal or nobody fraud election. But in my mind, the fact that graciously I emerged from that district as a senator, where election dispute come, where somebody carry out litigation against another candidate, and I sat down without looking to the matter to see how we can resolve it. It shows some level of insensitivity to our people. So I believe that most of the things people will blame me that, oh, Koga, you senator for the whole country, but the place that the election was held is where you keep from. So this thing, I don't want anybody to ask your question. It was based upon this. We swiftly came in to handle all of the issue because I know election matters. If they went to NEC, for example, in Sanikole, and they said Bori was wrong hypothetically, if Bori wrong to the neck is into the full bench, it would take not more than 2 weeks or month based on the nature of the case. From there, if a verdict is given, somebody dissatisfied to go take the full appeal to the Supreme Court bench, there will be another procrastination. All these things looking at other person will challenge it, but disunity will come among us because people will feel that they are not pleased, though the law take a course, and the issue of respectability will be scarce and unity will be eroded. So predicated upon this, I decided to come in to see how best we can settle the issue. And graciously, that was understood. Now, with respect to the question I had to do with subtraction of a vote, that she said she voted to somewhere and she anticipation is like a potential. You had a potential, but you don't have the ability. When you had a potential, you appear to be like somebody who had the ability. But when you have the ability, it means that you're able. So to assume, how can one deduce that? So it's somehow critical to say yes or no. And more besides, from objective point of view, if you went to election where somebody won with 848 votes, and the fourth person got 1,080 votes. I don't know, 1,080 votes, yeah, something like that. Then the person that came down that got 220 votes is contending that he or she got 400 votes. How can you distinguish or dichotomize her vote from the other people's votes? By what means? Was it written on the paper and the paper was changed? How did it happen? Or she got like 900% that was in the queue that they were denied. If the 900% was in the queue, were all of them voted for her? So all these kind of tricky issue, intricacy, critical analysis. So to me, I don't know how to derive a sense logical. If you were to come to my court,
Yeah, we really need to ask Shadrach whether he's not holding a senator network today because I
Maybe
really know why
the senator using Starlink, maybe.
Nah, the senator using Lone Star data and Shadrach.
So, but why would the senator not use Starlink? He got money to use it.
Nah, Starlink.
Starlink. But also using why ever leave your internet by choice? Why you say why would the senator use it is by choice?
No, probably, I
Or,
mean,
or, Until it's banning somebody use it, then you say why the person is violating the law by not using Starlink.
but do
Anyway,
Alfonso know the quality of Starlink first? Or because it's just there?
The network is disturbing. I got Skyline
Yes.
and all. I don't know what happened to you.
And tell you, I see that Starlink is only using.
Am I using?
But the senator is telling you, they say it's not,
No,
yes.
it's connected to my phone. I don't know what happened, but however, maybe the locality too now. I ain't gone to I'm a resident.
Starlink.
Yeah. Shout out
they
your
simply the Guinean
yes, so,
Maggie.
Yeah, but my man, I'm gonna leave for her to go where. If I leave for her, I'll be scared of my own resident now. So I
Yeah,
decided,
yeah. Thank
I
you,
decided to stay
Oga.
here a little bit. Huh?
You addressed the question, but I listened to the lady interview. She said where she voted, she even got 0, and the document she had 57 votes. I think that was the little clarity I listened to.
See what 1 second. Joe is having in the back. Can you please bring him? See what please go ahead.
he's not in the back.
So
But
I
I
just
mean,
wanted.
let me tell you something. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, CEO.
There is a precedent at the Supreme Court. Are you there?
Yeah, we hear you.
We're getting you. I just
When
started giving
Liberty,
this problem.
when Liberty Party and Unity Party took neck to court in 2017, they contended that there were some votes that belonged to them that were taken away. And the Supreme Court went and recognized some considerable number of votes. But the vote that they discovered could not turn out, they could not overturn the outcome of the election to go for rerun. Therefore, they identified the lapses that yes, there was some irregularity, but the number of error or whatsoever that was seen cannot overturn the entire result of the election. Therefore, CDC won the election. It was Cabinet General that went, how do you call it? He, can you help me with the dictation, please?
Dissenting opinion.
He
He provided a dissenting
descended,
opinion.
yeah. He had a dissenting opinion on the matter, but the Supreme Court passed it, and gradually CDC upon became president. So if you say 57 vote was suppressed and you never got a vote, can it turn over the entire result of the election? So these are things you look at from critical analysis and empirical reasoning. So yes, it is true that the complaint was made, but can that complaint overturn the decision of the election? At least if somebody discover that, for example, you had 1,000 or 950, 1,500 votes, 700 votes. Even as that, if they share that 700 votes by minutes, can they also make the winner to be the loser? Because the vote may not go one place. Even the winner may get some and maybe some will be subtracted from him. Can it overturn the decision? So these are issues to avoid procrastination. We appeal to the consciences of the of the candidates to see reason. But that does not mean that they're wrong, or equally so, it does not mean that they are right. But for expediency, we made that projection and our intervention came to reality.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Yeah, no, actually, maybe in the next round I'll ask question, but I just wanted to, because in the words of the lady, the reason I'm bringing the question to the senator is that it's not really a question, but what I listen to, she said her complaint was not actually for her to win. She knows she was not winning the election based on the result. But in the election, the total tallying projected that she got 20 votes. And it was actually a shame to her camp that she even had some of the tally in her, some of the numbers in her hand, according to her team. She had 20 votes. So she just wanted to, show to the public that that number was now a realistic number. She wanted to, show out the irregularity. That's why I wanted to just bring out to the senator.
Thank you. Bobby, over to you. Your 2 questions after you. But let's welcome to the show our CEO, Alvin Seka Senior.
Why you going to Bobby that cook a man?
DK, I beg you.
Allowed to ask.
You don't cook a man. Why you in the office of
Bobby are there. Where the only time they say that king and the mess of work.
You don't mean I cook a man. We can say Bobby that cook a man.
Okay.
It's sweet for you.
The men were working Koga office. I who have never put in Koga. Then you calling me Koga man. So yeah, good evening, Senator. Good seeing you again.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, for me, I will say thank you for everything you're doing on your break, which is going around Nimba, getting to people with, all the engagement. And my sympathy to you concerning the death of one of your supporters as well. Senator, mine is not a question. It's just to encourage you to fight for Nimba, because at the present movement, you the head, or you and Yatoya are the head of us. We from there, that our own county, there where we from. With most of those things are happening in the security apparatus. Please, when you get back to work, we will want you to intervene and encourage your colleagues to speak. There are some disturbing recording and news coming out with the LD 18. This drugs is affecting our country, and if we don't take care, it will damage our country for good. I don't know what you think about it, and this recent recording that coming out, if you are here about it, if it is yes, what do you think about it?
What sort of recording are you talking about, please?
There's a recording circulating on social media that one of the, either the LDA boss or the deputy, the operation daughter was arrested with drugs, and he ordered the DA officer to release his daughter, if not, he will be disrobed.
Well, it's a news to me, but if the deputy director, he said that the deputy
chief of operation,
Deputy for, he said the chief of operation.
The chief of operation for the Labrador Drugs Enforcement Agency. Now, for the sake of those that are listening to us, BKS TV is also relaying the show. I'm going to play the recording because it is our duty and responsibility as media practitioner to bring you these breaking news that when you return to your national duty, so that you can act on them. I'm going to play the recording. You will listen to it. It is the voice of the Chief of Operation of the Labrador Drugs Enforcement Agency, Abraham Payne. Abraham Payne. And
your uncle.
Is that your relative?
Nah.
Yeah, that's your uncle.
There are a lot of Payne in Liberia. My Payne is on your butu. My Payne are Payne Zane. Pin one, Zane, the other pin, the get a Congo pin, and I'm a pin. But we're going to play the recording, Senator. You're going to listen to it, and we are begging you to act on this recording. Let's play it for you, and after that, you can answer Bobby's question. I beg you.
I'll call you right back. Do not cut that phone off. Go there now.
Are they dating? I'm going there, Chief.
No, you're not dating. I'm hearing them. Keep your phone on.
I'm on my way going there.
Go in there and leave the phone on. If you're texting, I'm not wearing a uniform. Your commander call you. I'm calling. Then you beat on my daughter?
No, nobody. She never be on.
Yeah, don't pull that girl to touch you when the time is.
Papa, I want to talk to you.
Hello, Daddy.
Champion, they beat on you over there?
Yeah.
They beat on you?
Yeah, they beat me on rat.
They still beating you with racket?
They say between me, ma, I mean, be more like this.
When it be you?
That will be you.
I want one, not too long.
I can't enter in chief.
But how you addressing me just now?
When you call me, I'm on my way coming to the office.
No, my question to you, yeah. How she addressing me right now? What she said?
She said somebody beat her with racket.
No, she said hello, daddy. You know what she said?
Yeah, but let me see who do that, and chief. I'll call you right back. You are just entering.
You're taking for in she's selling drugs to a smoking drug. Or she was phone in the ghetto?
Yeah, chief, she was in a house with a man. In a few round. They were cutting when we got there. But what made her bring her now? Sorry for me saying it. She was born naked there. For the guy had a drug that was tying the market. He put up resistance and fought the officer and took 2 bags from her. One ever guy said was coming when he saw the man attacking her. I had to join the ever man and took the man back from him.
That girl is my daughter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, chief.
She's my daughter. Your reason ran out to her sister and then bring her home.
What?
You heard what I said?
Yeah, and chief, 1 minute me talk to you, sir.
Yeah, what you want to say?
Chief, they talk 2 hours my bravo.
That's something y'all can get later on. Y'all got people when I say release my daughter to. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Release her to her sister and then bring her home now to me.
But chief, my bravo issue.
No, listen to me. You better don't make me get upset, eh?
Consider it, don't you?
I said release her to her sister and bring her home now. I want to drive the case right now.
Consider it, don't you?
The man who you arrested with the charge, hold him. I said release my daughter now.
Chief, the man escape.
Look, you know what I mean?
No.
So you cannot release my daughter? What you saying?
Chief, decided somebody can guarantee her. People here. Let me do my own piece of job to guarantee her, chief.
Oh, you talking on the phone. I should get you my wait. I come to the away from me. Wait. You understand what happened? I say, hey. I'm driving the case right now. I don't want to fucking see you. I don't want to fucking see you that day bidding when I get there. I don't want to fucking see you in day bidding when I get there right now. And all of you, then you tell me I'm doing my job. Can you tell me to do your job?
No.
You talk to me on the phone?
The people here guarantee her. That will do a guarantee. No.
The senator dropped, but CEO, you listen to Abraham Bain. I think the senator is back.
Are your brother or your uncle?
Nah, I don't know that president. Senator, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
So you listen to Abraham. That's the voice of the chief of operation of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency.
Mm-hmm.
What say you on this issue? That's public question.
I listened to the voice that the father, the daughter, and the officer. I think these are 3 different voices, right?
Yes.
Okay, so from the question the man asked, did you listen to the reply when I called my daughter? I mean, when I call her, you know what did you hear what she said? He said he was saying that somebody be on her, right? He said no. She referred to me as daddy. So he was trying to simply imply that the father is an officer in charge, and the daughter referred to him as a daddy, and the officer is not giving courtesy to him because he's daddy. It is an affront, from my understanding. But in the first place, I don't want to take the voice message, as a prima facie evidence, because under our jurisprudence, recording is not admissible when it is not allowed by the person you recorded. But the core issue there is, was there any actual drugs caught with it? I mean, they caught the lady with drugs. If so, then the father is not competent to become a drug enforcement officer on grounds that, hello?
We are hearing you, Senator.
Similar thing that happened in South Africa. When the Minister of National Security of South Africa wife were involved in drug trafficking with a Nigerian national. And they had gone to Brazil to push drug and they were arrested. When the wife of the Minister of National Security was caught and detained and prosecuted, found guilty, when the news reached in South Africa, the religious leader of South Africa came out to say the fact that the Minister of National Security wife can be involved in drug trafficking and the minister cannot detect, then it means our security in the country is vulnerable. He incompetent to say he must resign. Immediately he resigned. So if you are a DA officer, you should serve as a deterrent. That in the first place, that the children will not be smelling around drugs. Because when the man who takes in drugs see you, they see you as an enemy. You understand? So for you to be there and even argue, your first question would have been, oh, so you involved in drug taking now? Is that true that they arrested you with drug? Officer, you're arrested and detained or and that will be prosecuted. That would have been a statement that the public will see that yes, he's had a remorse. But if it is established beside the recording that the lady in question is actually his daughter, and he live under his domain, he need to resign. That's my take on it.
Yeah, Senator. I mean, you guys have the authority to sum up people before the Senate. I want to add up to Bobby's question. Can we send you this recording for your own investigation? If possible, this fellow in question, Abraham, be summed up before the Liberian Senate for questioning?
I think the core issue there is not the recording. The issue there is the joint enforcement officer should establish that the name bears PIN is a relative, and also once it is established that a PIN relative, whether the recording is there or not, is a clear indication that you were involved backing a daughter. But the first establishment should be, yes, there is a record from the DA that she was arrested with drugs. Number two, she's a daughter of Mr. Ping. Then, because when you are investigating criminal matter, they say circumstantial evidence can be admissible into court when it is corroborative, meaning the event that took place. What are the corroborative? The collaboration. The daughter that was arrested, the Ping daughter. Even though Ping denied that he recording, now he recording, but he heard the girl saying daddy. If the link, the name of that girl and the father of that girl is Mr. Ping, he cannot escape from the recording. Then it becomes admissible into court. The court can use it as an evidence against him. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Over to you now, Bobby. Your last question.
No, I think I'm done. I'm done with the question. That was my major concern. So we just
All right, thank you.
encourage the senator to take it further for us. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Afonso, let's hear you.
Yeah, Senator, welcome again to the show. The system we got, security system. We know we got a systemic problem in our country, security system, the educational system, the health system, everything has problem. And the recent issue about the guy who entered into your compound is having passed through our border without record. It tells us that our security system has issue. As a senator, people who make policy in the country, do you actually think that some of the policy you're making is being implemented? Owing to the fact that the recruitment process of securities and other people in the country, in the security apparatus, in the health sectors, is only based on relatives, not competence?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
In the first place, If you're doing public policy evaluation in public administration, it will tell you how formulation of policy come about. Policy derived from gossip. Policy derived from mistakes. Before you formulate a law to ensure that what mistake that you made before should not be repeated. And in order to formulate the policy, there are elements that constitute the policy formulation. You got material resources, fiscal domain, human resource. These resources are very cardinal. You cannot recruit a police officer into a police when you're not prepared. After graduation, they must be unified. They must be area to have an area of assignment, to be house, and etc. So when you just train police officer, you say, okay, police officer, you are trained today, it will increase the criminality, the criminal rates. Because police are trained to detect criminal. And you can never become a criminal. I mean, you cannot detect a criminal when you're not a criminal. Because you must investigate and you must behave how criminal acts before you arrest him, right? Hello?
I get you.
We are hearing you, Chief.
So, yeah. So if you have people trained and you don't have the material resources and the fiscal domain for the outkeep and the physical outlooks and the housing facility, you are putting a lot of criminals in the streets to go hustle. Eventually, they will be the one to be orchestrating dangerous things in the country. They will be able to know how criminal operates to get money from people, how even to transport, to traffic drugs, and etc. So the government, one of the problems that we face in Liberia has to do with the issue of favoritism, nepotism, and sectionalism, and patronage system. Politicians feel that because during the election, there's a guy who had the influence and the affluence in the specific locality. And because of those zests, after he won the election, this man does not have the requisite qualification, but he want the man to go in the man say, I want to be policeman, or I want to be immigration, or I want to be a CID, or I want to be drug enforcement officer. Because he has some proximity to power. For example, I'm a co-chair on national security. Then the man who were nominated as a DA director or deputy director or police director appeared before me. Then I put before him that, look, your confirmation, I will agree to confirm you, but I got a lot of things. I want you to employ 2 to 3 persons. Then corruption play right there. Eventually, the police director or the presumptive director of DA will be coerced. Because if he doesn't accept this gentleman into his employ, he's sent to lose or to be denied. And constitutionally, the denial of a member who is nominated by the president lies in the hands of the Senate. When you are denied, automatically, it's statutory, it's constitutional. The president cannot do anything about it. You are out. So allowing this man who is incompetent because of patronage system to enter into an institution to work, it derailed the institutional morality. Politicians involved in that. So in order for people to do things in this country that people will respect, you must first of all respect yourself. If you are a senator in the first place, if you are opportune to get 3 to 4 cars, don't plow in the street without license plates. The license plate government gave you, if you got other cars, process the license plate and buy the plates and put it on your car. When you pass it, nobody able to talk to you. But you know, in many cases, some of our colleagues, their faces are their license plates. When they pass in, when they stop, they say, you know who I am? When they call and oh, officer, I beg, and then officer say, I beg you, I don't know that you are abusing power. You are abusing power. It exists, everyone all can live up to it and respect it. You will see that Liberian will respect law. But when the B man is obeying law in the presence of the honor man, but when the honor man does wrong, they arrest him and disgrace them. It's one of the things, the impunity in the country is getting too much. So as a result, people want to join the police to enrich themselves. You will see a police officer that was signed yesterday that not even went through proper academic training. He get 2 cars, 3 cars running. He get 5 motorbikes. Maybe he CO to some kind of depot. He rating on the CO1, CO2, CO3, CO4, CO5. He gave the road committee the motorcycle to be plying all warm on road. When they arrest him, he say, man, I CO1 motorbike. Who you lead a man? This kind of a system will not promote the country. So people have lost the value system of our country. You understand? And the central government need to be rigid. For the country to be actually straightened, or the president of the Republic of Liberia should have moral standing and must be courageous. And when he give mandates, it should not be joke. That's the only way. He the only person that can self-deterrent. Manons that, everybody will follow suit. People believe in friendship government. For example, you're trying to make me to go different place for long. I mean, tonight. One of the issue in Liberia that have become vicious circle that will never unite Liberia is any government that come, they remove the old people that there and put their own people there because it's campaign for them. Those people that you're taking out of the government are not Liberian. They are Liberian and the family were depending on them. I think replacement of people on the judge will based on competency or incompetency. Everybody that come in government, they get their own star. Whether the president is doing the wrong thing, they don't talk it. Whether he's doing the right thing, they don't talk it. All they know, when you opposition, you don't want the president, when you're doing any good thing, you condemn it. It's not a good idea. People don't politic that. So when you're saying that now, people consider it to be an envy. I believe for Liberia to improve, my brother, we all need to be law-abiding citizens. The entire integrity in Liberia is eroded. I can tell you for free. People can only the respect these days depend on the deepness of your pockets or the authority you hold. It's the only respect you got in this country. It's wrong. It's wrong. Even the press, the journalists, some journalists report based on how they induce them. When they say now, they say, oh man, all of manpower will deal with him. You will see some authority will buy all of the journalists, bribe them, and put them on the Monday stampede to give them money because not to expose their deals. As I speak to you in Liberia, many people say, oh, Koga can make people. Koga can make people. People suffer behind Koga. So I'm going to go and corrupt the system? No. Not that I don't make people, but the idea here is if I start doing the seeing wrong thing people complaining about, then I don't want to build a nation. It's better for people to work with you or to be your associate than to say the man you're moving after is a man of war, a man of integrity. I think it gave me proud than giving people job that they don't work for. It doesn't show any good picture. So these are some of the situations we face in Liberia.
Thank you. I've answered your last question.
Thank you. My last question, I'll take you back to the Nima County administration. In the past, we had, development fund coming to the county, and we are now seeing over the past 20 years, development for those money that have been coming in the county. Quite of recent, we got a new superintendent, and money been coming in the county, and the focus of the new superintendent development have been on government institutions in the country. The county. Do you? I don't see it like I see it like all of the money that coming for NIMA is just only for the government institution. They say that the government send money to NIMA for government buildings or restructuring of government buildings and leaving other setup of NIMA just like that.
Thank you very much. The approach by the superintendent, or that's an intent to develop Nima County is right, but the approach is wrong. In the first place, I want you to look at the diction and put it into context and the nomenclature of the money, County Social Development Fund. The social fund that is being provided based on extractive industry. They are taking from you certain precious that God gave you as your living. But the Constitution under Article 22 provides that anything that beneath the ground through waterway and natural resources belong to the Republic. But there is a law, the MDA, that was written in strong that on a yearly basis, Nima County should receive 1.5. They don't say Liberia should receive 1.5. The taxes, the royalty tax, sale tax, are all fundings that are remittance. They are remittance to the government at the central cover. That is cover is collected by the LRA, subsequently utilized by the Ministry of Finance. Then the county social development fund. That social fund means the telling Nima people say, please are on the show. The social development fund that is given Nima County belongs to the people of Nima for the developmental purpose. The Nima people should sit down and project on your own as to what agenda and what they intend to to develop your country with. For example, Nima County, with a level of low-income citizens in Nima County, it is our anticipation that the superintendent, along with those who presiding over the funding, should project and build real estates in Ganta, Sanikole, Kample, Tapeta. It should be on a periodic basis. That those who are government employees and other citizen rates that live in those areas that cannot afford to pay us instantly can live there and pay lower fees. That money, it can be transformed into creating a bank for Nima. That the money will be circulating. Then the agriculture, the poor that have agriculture, rubber farms in Nima, cocoa, and etc., should be able to be provided loan. That whenever they are about to sell their goods, there should be some level of collateral, a medium by which the money will be paid back to the country. It will be circling. But the approach to develop the government installation, I think, is contrary to the intent of the money, from my point of view. Development, building superintendent compound, building civil compound, commissioner compound, it means that the government, it is in keeping upon the government to appropriate funding for those state capitals. You understand? To build those areas, yes, the government should show the responsibility. It is not the prerogative of the county. So the intent of the superintendent that Nima be developed is fine. You understand? The intent is fine, but the approach is wrong. So it's attempted to be misappropriated one way or other, because the nomenclature is social development fund for the country. Government should be able to provide vehicle for an 8 employee. Government should be able to renovate 8 houses and etc. So she's
Thank
doing
you,
extremely
Senator.
well by developing, giving fair lift to the country. But the something that should be something that is free of government, void of government installation. But that the citizen will be getting benefit, because when that money that mountain should have been depleted, People who live in those area should have housing facility that will be paying less money, that will be able to save them some money to carry out other infrastructure development for themselves. But for now, to repair all of the government installation, I think using NIMA money in favor of government. That's my approach.
Thank
You know,
you.
can I do a follow-up in 30 seconds?
Okay, let's hear that before we go to the CEO.
Yeah, so Senator, thank you for answering the question. The caucus member, are you guys advised to talk to the county council and the county administration about what you just explained about the idea of not just focusing on government institutions, but also focusing on what will benefit the country? Are you guys been advising them on that?
In the first place, for me, I'm very, very careful in handling issue to avoid confrontation. The local government that we crafted, the intent of the Local Government Act is to carry out decentralization, to give power to the people. There where you have district security council, you get county security council. The reason you have district security council is there are some criminals that will live in a town. And the township should be able to complain or report said case to the clan. And the clan should intend turn it over to the parliament chief. Then the parliament chief will intend to inform the district commissioners. That's the essence of the district security council. Then they talk about decentralization, like for instance, driver licenses, marriage certificate. They build a service center in those regions. Sanikore has one. Nobody's supposed to live from like Sanikore to go Monrovia to go process license plates. It should be done in Ganta. These are the essence of the decentralization. The component that has to do with utilization of the social development fund, having gotten to the executive, they will temper with. It gets exclusive rights to the internal affairs minister, the superintendent, and the local authorities that they will form. So in the 54th, we brought that to the attention of the leadership, then Honorable for Chimo leadership. But it was because the power that be, nobody commented. And then the new government that took over, they begin implementing the same aspects. Of recent, if you can recall, all of the superintendent and the head of the councils and the financial officers were invited by the Senate that as a look, the money being spent without the acquiescence of the legislator. And we proposed to them, we told them that we're going to revise the law. Because if the Constitution provides under Article 34, which states that the legislature, before you print money, the legislature should give you the authorization. Before you pass or use any budget, the legislature should be authorized to give you the law to pass a budget. In that light, it also subjects that the legislative caucus of a given country, in order for any country money that pass through the budget to be dispensed, it must be approved by the legislature, the caucuses of that country. So on the contrary, it's not happening. So to avoid friction, the only thing that can bring that to a landlord or to the way in which it's supposed to be is to repeal the act. And I think two of the senators have raised the issue. The former Speaker Ellis Taylor, Senator Taylor from Bomi, and I think J. Emmanuel Nogwe from Mangibi County raised the issue. And I think the legislature, upon our return, we're going to look at that and then review it.
Thank you. Over to you now, CEO. Let's hear you. It seems that I've been here for a couple of minutes now, a couple of hours now. So
yeah,
I was going to say that we gotta respect it. I saw the honorable driving from I don't know where he was driving from coming.
Can't play.
Yeah, Fortin High.
I went to this place soon this morning. I went to Boeteng.
Fortin High up there. Yeah, so
Boeteng is after when you park Kanwi, you branch right. Then you park
uh,
by Quickbois. From Quickbois, you go to Boeteng. So from Boeteng now we came back to Ganta, pass through Sanikole to Campley. And then we just
yeah.
returned from there tonight.
Thank you. Always we say thank you to you. Someone was telling me the last time, your show that a major Koga show. I said, yeah, well, man, I'll be brother, from the same river there. So thank you so much. I was listening to you talk about that guy from Guinea. When I saw on Facebook I live, I said, look at that guy from Guinea. I know we from Nyoli. Yeah,
So
you know. No, we are warrior now. People, you already know.
Why we are worried, but we got a lot of churches over there. We got the Seka.
The Ilan Babi they can talute aoti. But anyway, so thank you again for coming. I got some questions for you. I have two questions for you. The first one start with the MDR. I know you are a prominent member of MDR. MDR also being a party of our father, our late father, PYJ. Uh, I think you already know other political parties like the Unity Party, CDC, and other parties have strong base in the diaspora, in the U.S. and around the world. Uh, I don't know what plans are you guys making to do something similar. I know there are few folks here, people like Kanye and other folks, but do you have plan as one of the leaders there to really implement and plan more routes here in the U.S. to have U.S. based support for MDR as the party grows?
Well, thank you very much. For every political party is government in waiting, it is our anticipation to ensure that we strengthening the MDR. When I visited the state the last time during the convention in Minnesota, I had a meeting. We had a meeting with the MDR diaspora in Minnesota at the residence of doyen. How they call it? Couple doyens resident. In that meeting, we had Dr. Ma, we have Sandy, and the list go. We were many, over 10 person met there, and I went to them and told them that I have come to appreciate you for the level of what you've done for me to be elected as a senator. But equally so, I have come to reawaken the spirit of the MDR in the diaspora. And therefore, I would like for you people to have your leadership structure in place so that when I go back home, we will see how best we can put the pieces together and see how we can forge ahead. And I even met some of the diaspora who complain that whenever election comes, they always ask them to contribute fundings and morally they should talk to your people in the interior. But when it comes to a nomination of a minister or what have you, they will bring the CV down. It will be always downplay. And I told them when I get back home, I'm going to approach the government. When I came, I told the vice president, for me, as a senator, it is my prerogative and by statute, it is my right to meet the president directly and discuss whatsoever that concerning my country. But I believe one way or other in bureaucracy to respect each other. The vice president hailed from Nimba, and therefore, even if I had close connection with the president, I should gain that respect. So when I came from the America, I briefed him. I haven't getting any feedback on that. But the issue of the diaspora, when I left, we had a teleconference with Candy Tua, Omer or Ma, Sandy, Debatosa. I even proposed to her that I want her to join the MDR and etc. to be one of the senior members and whatever we're talking. But on the contrary, when I got Liberia, before the election, there was an interim leadership structure. You have George S.S. Wu as an acting. But when George S.S. Wu was coming Liberia, he left Candidature as an acting to acting in his stead. But on the contrary, when I about to call a meeting, my senior brother and fatherly person, that the man said that he was the MDR head, therefore he will preside all the meeting. And that back and forth been coming. Even the other people accused me that I take his side with that the man. I said, no, y'all open a forum and y'all will get to know who I am. That the man needs to know that while it is true that he one of the founder of the MDR, currently there is an acting. If the acting will not assume the responsibility to be the leader, the manner approach, the way in which we're engaging, we're making the back off. But we cannot trace a hand and say different person will preside over the meeting. I don't operate at that. He's my father, the person I respect him. But I approach, I don't support it. So that one of the hurdles that are in the diaspora now with the NDR issue, it need to be resolved. And if they are listening under my voice this night, did you see reason that the man who is acting should preside over the meeting? And that you have an understanding among yourself to decide who to be the leader. Now, coming back to Liberia, Johnny, the MDR that I did, even the gentleman that they are renting the office from, he openly said that since MDR came to being, the gathering he saw at the time I was rejoining the party, they were overwhelming. He saw that there was a new wave in the party. But what really happening in the MDR, I'm watching with eagle eyes. Other people are glittering. So they are fighting by all means my ascendancy in the party to hold any top position because the truth will be told. So for that reason, they're fighting in the war. People who they think they can induce easily to get votes, to override my decision, are fighting. But in the due course, the information that we're gathering, it will come to light. But I'm not speaking on it now because it's not yet official. MDR is Prince Johnson left alive and said that he had no determination to have merger with any political party. MDR should be a party that will be a determining factor in Liberia. Meaning, if they can produce presidency, but they must be able to decide who to be president in Liberia, so that people within the party will be opportune to get job. But on the contrary, after the death of Senator Johnson, MDR is swinging. Money is exchanging hands to subdue people. Others are ill advising that when Koga come in the party, he will overshadow us. And when Koga get in the party, maybe some of our ambitions for presidency or for vice presidency or for any position will be toppled because he may not want it. How can you insinuate that when you are not seeing my leadership ability? I've been a political party chairman before. I served the People Unification Party. At the time I joined the People Unification Party, we had only 2 representatives. I produced 8, 2 senators with 6 representatives under my leadership. And Nima at that time, Nima produced what? Nima produced 4. Prince Toba, Ton Grikia, Yelu, and I. So how will you insinuate that my coming to the party will bring, confusion or will bring somehow? So could be friend with you. I just want to make it clear so that you people understand the media landscape. That there is a power looming over MDR. And to make NDR to be a surrogate party, that when anybody show their hand, they just follow. And as Samuel Koga, if those kind of assembly I'm seeing continue, then it means that MDR is being fought. It means MDR are being fought. And we're not allow that to happen. Because MDR is like our birthright. MDR is like where our neighbor stream lasts. A few handful of people will go and sell party or to cajole the party and for the name to lost to another political party, I think it will be a disservice to the Nima people. So I'm seeing this as a caveat to whosoever that intending to involve yourself into such practice should desist. If not, they will meet up with stiff resistance. Then it means that they will get the empty share of the party, but the people will not follow. I can tell you, Nehemiah, I believe in them, I respect them, and they respect me as well.
Thank you. Jay, you ready for my last question?
Go ahead,
CEO,
Chief.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Senator drinking water.
But y'all giving me a hard time, so I gotta drink
You
water.
buy you big up, man.
Senator, bring the party to CNC. Don't mind a minute, bring the party to CNC.
Don't be I nose here, Mike. So, yeah, no. Speaking of birthright, we are from Booyah, and as far as some of us are concerned, you remain the godfather of Booyah. So, given the
I'm not
fact
taking
that
over Booyah, but I can't be godfather of Booyah.
is it what?
I am not taking over Booyah. Somebody is there who representing.
Yeah, well,
I think that person you refer to that. Of course, yeah, he's a representative of the district. Whosoever that there for now, take the leadership of the ability. Anything that happen as a senator, I'll refer to the person that was elected in the district. What is happening there? He must be able to brief me.
Okay, so maybe
godfather.
Yeah, okay, I agree. Cut to the godfather. So to my question, you still remain our big brother. I saw that even speaking of Koto, you had
I mean a godfather for Nima.
My way. You had
That
Koto,
might I need a for 1 year old.
So you had you all those that contested Boris, Big Brother Boris, you had Koto, and you had other folks. You put them together, and then I saw the picture. I think I really, really liked that picture. It showed a good sign of leadership and unity among all of us. You've been in the politics for a very long time, and you know our district in and out better than all of us. And you know how election can tear people apart. So, given the fact that elections are over and our folks have gone back home now, we've elected our new leader. I still believe that there's a vacuum. We need some type of togetherness and unity to bring everybody back together because we are all from Booyah. We are all brothers and sisters from there, and Booyah is all we have. What would be your recommendation as far as bringing people back together after all the fighting during the election to kind of unify and go together as one so we can go beyond our leader to develop that district?
Well, election comes and go. As far as I'm concerned, there have been much a winner of the district. So everybody constitutionally should respect the leader that are being elected. And they should serve him diligently as they did it to me. So let the leader show their wrong side to the people. Then the citizen can rise up to say, well, you are doing something contrary to the Constitution. Everything should board us on constitutionality. People should not work outside of the framework of the Constitution. People were elected by the Constitution, and their performances should be in conformity of the Constitution. And we believe that the gentlemen that have been elected will follow suit and will live in line with the Constitution. And I believe equally so, the citizens will respect him and again the necessary respect. And even any legislative EMI they have intended for the district, I will call the district representative and say, well, I intend to build this structure in this identical town, but I would like for you to monitor and spearhead it because it's within your district. Because these are the yardsticks I'll be using tomorrow if I'm campaigning against you. That this man was represented in the district and I gave him this to do XYZ, but he diverted it, and so for that reason, I can't work with that person. That campaign tune, the citizen will buy it. But if you look at the person from the physical outlook, and only because you never want him to be elected, and he is elected, it is obligatory as a senator to work with that person in harmony. But in bringing the people together, it depends on the approaches. I'm looking up to the district representative, when inducted into office, to come and sit, we discuss, inform Antoine, and we sit down and discuss and see how best we can sit down and strategize, and when we all will go in the district there to meet the citizen. And then whatsoever ill that were in society,
Mm-hmm.
not because I was elected 3 times, there may be some lapses on my part. And those lapses, if the representatives can look at and say, well, honorable, with the other area here, there was so thing I was going on, but the way I look at it, I want to transform it this way. These are how people work. But when you come with condemnation, they men supposed to do, they're not doing this, then you bring unnecessary confrontation. Because what makes men shame, that what makes him vex.
Mm-hmm.
So we expect the kind of a leader that will be respectful, polite, understanding, and welcoming people with understanding and dignify the constituents as we anticipated. So when that is done, we are obliged to work along with him to bring tranquility in our district.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's all the question I have.
Thank you, CEO. Now we're going to go to DK Way for his 2 questions. On DK, we'll go to B Mac Leon, and after that, we'll ask the senator for his parting comment. It is to my knowledge that he has been on the road since this morning. Therefore, we need to give him a little bit of time to rest his body. Let's hear you, DK.
So, Senator Koga, there are questions we put it on the screen. So, apparently, you are not seeing it. This is how other people who are yeah. So, we put in question on the screen so you can see them. When we're asking them, at least you can address them. So, this is one of our followers from Nima. He's in it's at Uganda. So, he put a question here. So, we put them on the screen to highlight. So, when we ask our question, maybe you can answer those questions for them as well. Having
Yes, sir.
said that, yeah, yes, Abana, so here's my question to you.
In our capacity as a moderator, I refer every man out of sound of salutation.
Yeah, so when you hear it, you tell me yes, sir. So I acknowledge
I
that.
say
Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Don't do the thing that you are myself making confusion. So there's a allegation all the time everywhere in Nima. Okay, everywhere in Nima that you and Kun will not work together. There's a they beef coming from everywhere. Coming from everywhere. Nobody is knocking their chest to say they have the authoritative information to provide. Everything is like gossip. Oh, we don't trust Koga. Koga will not support us tomorrow. Kun, oh yeah, I don't trust Koga. There are people in Kun circle. There are people in your circle that continue to spread this gossip. What do you say to us as citizens of Nima that you and Kun will work together? And why is the current relationship between you and the vice president?
Well, thank you very much. That is a very fine question, and I will seek the listening audience attention to be retentive, to retain what and it can be recorded for history. Uh, in the first place, if anybody told you that I intend to fight Kun or I don't like Kun leadership, it's a myth. But there are some policies of the vice president I don't like. Individually, the vice president Kofu and gave it to me today, I will eat it. Today, when we went to Boateng, so after the meeting, he said, Koga, are you okay? I said, I'm not okay. We joked, then he told Edwin Corden, say, go and bring something. He brought in 100,000 and he told me, Koga, you the older person, share it. I share it, I took the giant share. Simple, that's how I operate. I don't go marry against people. And besides that, a leader, when you assume the responsibility to be the leader, we all must to subscribe and respect you and give you that leader. But leadership or respect is a two-way street. So people who say Anywhere I see the vice president, I give him a courtesy. Even when I go to a hall, when I see some of the staff or misbehaving, to get to the position the vice president is in, it's not something that anybody can joke with. You need to respect authority. I always said it jokingly. But the vice president are prior to his excellency, we have some hurdles. He wanted Senator John that whatsoever Senator Johnson says should be in favor and what have you, which I had no problem with, can happen to anybody. And I was close to Senator Johnson, decided, hey, they made him my brother. But once Senator Johnson told him to, hey, I think it's better you work with him, stay, not bad, and we've been working together. The difference that I can remember between the vice president and I, number one, we had a disagreement when he was co-chair on Ways and Means. And the one time I even let to be factual to issue, to sign a resolution against him, which we did. Because we felt that everyone was elected and our district was left behind, but his district was moving ahead. That was my dissatisfaction. We had issue with it. Then 2020 election, when you were contesting for the senatorial election, I prefer Garrison. And I told him that I would support Garrison no matter the situation. And I stood by it. I supported Garrison. So it brought some level of friction between us. 2023 election, Jerry and I,
What's Carly saying?
yeah, sorry. the vice president, when he was represented, we met in Chima when he was contesting. No, after he won, after he came in Chima and said, Koga, Zopena was there, Clarence Masakwe, and other lawmakers was telling him, he said, Koga, you fought me, I'm going to fight you 2023. I will make sure that I remove you from that district. But when you win, I will buy white cow and kill for you. And I told him, Jerry, at the time, I said, if I don't win this election, hair should go in my palm. I will make sure that I win the election and I will tell you, I will come in the team and tell you. So that was something, the change of war between us that I think it brought some level of tension. Now, when that happened, 2023 election, he supported 4 candidates against me. He strategically selected 2 persons from Machidon, heavily sponsored them, and then he took one from Nikwea Koto and sponsored him, and he told my brother and friend Augustine Mekwa also supported him. So there were 4. So that was probability. And the main concept was the 2 candidates from yours should cut down my votes. Either Nikwea win or you win. That was the approach. But the young people understood what was unfolding, and they said, these guys are coming. We already had a thing at hand. For us to go and say, oh, because they met from Goma place, so therefore we the young people should move from behind. Why tomorrow is somebody from their place? And young people move from behind the person. It will be a good legacy. We will vote one side. All the 2 people that have been will vote against them. You know what reduced the shock? Hello?
We're getting
We're
you.
hearing you. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were not getting me. Senator Johnson called me prior to the election after these guys are registered. I mean, they were about to register. So Senator Johnson told me that Koga, yes, there have been some level of misunderstanding between, I don't know where the confusion always coming from. But this year, the election I'm going in is my last honor. Any semblance for you to challenge me with how you fed on me, I beg you, you my blood. I don't want you to challenge me this election. And equally so, I promise that I will not put no candidate against you. And that was the agreement between Senator Johnson and myself. If you people saw that this going 2023 election, NDR did not put up Kennedy, it was because of that. But these individuals, they form party for them. I'm speaking from record. My brother formed party for all of them and sponsored them heavily against me. And besides that, my brother that won the election today was very aggressive against me. Insults, disrespects, everywhere I go. He never wanted to see where I step. All the other people that he put against me, no, they were very courteous to me. They approached me, they go in a raid with the score and what have you, which I had no problem with. So, in that light, when I won the election, I decided that bargain be bargain. Now, if Samuel Koga wanted to fight Vice President Kun, I have already won my election 2023. There is a runoff coming. CDC brought in 200,000 to me with a pickup that Koga will need you to join us. I said the fact that Nimbaya is in the race, if I do it, I'll be challenging the culture of the country. I cannot do that. If Gerald will not win the election, let him lose the election on his own, but not me. I will support them openly. I spend my own money, and I went and supported them. They won the election. Fine. When the by-election came about, I went to him to contest. He said, Kuga, we can't allow two brothers to come from one house to contest. So therefore, I will support him because we need balance in the country. I said, no problem, but I will contest. And then when I left Jerry's office and I went home 2 days after I was in my office, Senator Johnson called me. He said, may his soul rest in peace. Batua, he was a photographer and also aide to him. He from Leapley. You know Leapley. He called him and said, go and call Koga to come. He came, my COS Sidiki Traore, then when I was sitting in the office. He called and said, Senator Johnson said he want to see you. I said, okay. So I told Sidiki, say, as we're going, when you get inside test and the Johnson say, what you're about to say, we'll record it. When you agree, you record it. When you say no, then me, I will not honor it. Because I don't want something tomorrow for people to malal my character. When we went there, we told Senator Johnson, say, yes, record me from start to end. He started by quoting Bible, how there was a king in the Bible. When the king went on the front, you were becoming exhausted. And in his kingdom, the enemy was engulfing on his kingdom, and he had no other option. But his nephew, that he and the both of them, he never used to speak. He called him and asked him to go in a defense on the war front because the enemy has circled him. That was in the Johnson speech. The recordings are still around the world today, because he had been surrounded by his enemy. He said, Koga, I call you to tell you that I don't know where you and myself confusion started from. Every day we just want to see each other, we hate each other for nothing. You are not doing anything to me, I am not doing anything to you. But every day we're making plow. But I call you today to tell you that if I had done anything wrong to you, forgive me. If you had done anything wrong to me too, I forgive you. But this senatorial election, I want you to contest. Even if you don't win, contest. Now I left from there. He blessed me, he prayed over me, and I left. He went to Kun and told Kun that the vice president that I will support Koga because I don't want my people by home to look at me otherwise. I don't know where my old age will go. The Kun said, okay, no problem, I will support Yang. That election win. When I was defeated, I never waited for the election result. I conceded defeat because of peace. The Senator Johnson today, may his soul rest in peace. If I succeed him, it is my belief that the fact that Senator Johnson stood back Vice President Kun to me today to become Vice President, to me representative, to me senator, to me Vice President today, If I go against Kuhn, it means I'm going against Senator Johnson. That's how I look at things to be. And now how I took him to be, number one, he's my nephew. Number two, he's my little brother. Number three, he's our president now, vice president of the country. But my disappointment is, number one, that the vice president often tell me, since he got a seat as vice president, how many persons have I recommended in this government to serve in the government as presidential appointee? Zero. Every appointment in Nima County was done by him. Zero. I don't want to name names. He and I will discuss something as a brother. To implement it, you will bypass me and do different things. I don't talk on it. Because he listening to the people that gossiping to him that Koga will fire you. But he not looking at the time he myself became representative, what we used to do together. But people now who want to get close proximity to him, he listening to them more. That's the situation today. Look at what happened in district number 5. If my brother sincerely want to work with me, he's not listening to gossiper. And we're working in harmony with respect to each other. You don't think he's supposed to call me and say, my man, the election here. Why you're thinking? Because you are the one over there. Anybody that rebel man, I will declare support for that person. It's a dumb deal for me to knock my chest in the district and say, we're carrying the person. And the vice president said, no objection. The senator who came from there, the senator of the county say that the person, one party mandate will support the person. But on the contrary, that we agree on something, you deviated from it. Those of you that say that are young folks over there, if I had gone already to challenge that I will support a Gossip Mekwa by all means, or I will support Koto Bori Badia by all means, openly declare, and he's supporting Koto, how the world will look at us. So as an elderly person, I decided to waive everything and say I will not do it. I will be neutral. My neutrality was based on endurance, but I was hurt and felt disgrace in my own district. So I'm not against him, but he doesn't want to lead the neck of Nima County. When you are elected as a senator, it is a full responsibility to take charge of the country. Not vice president, not president. Do you guys want me to sit supinely and be happy when this such a thing is going on? Then what made me senator? Even the party that the old man left for all, may his soul rest in peace. I'm looking there like an ostracized person. You don't dignify me. You want to tell me I'm not organized? Why you think the Nimapo elected me as a senator? And that respect is not given to me. But for now, I'm looking up to the president because I told him my dissatisfaction. If he look into it, fine. If he doesn't look into it, fine. I don't back and blow. And in my life, I will never honor anybody in my life. When you do me wrong, I'll tell you straight. You like it, you take it. You don't like it, you what they call. You want to reconcile, we reconcile. They counted that my neighbor stream last, and I was elected duty as a senator. You gave me confirmation power. But I'm coerced to confirm people. So with people who saying that the vice president and myself will not work together, I think the vice president doesn't want to work with me. I want to say it clearly to the public so they can understand. We supposed to be knocking our chest and say we'll turn Nima County over to any political party. But we have been subjected like a bear ball. And I Samuel Kuga not going to accept that. So with your question, whether there's a bad blood, what have you, I let it be clear to point. What I'm saying here is what's happening. It's not secret. The vice president is listening to people that, oh, that man there, pretty soon he will be vice president running me to somebody. So he believe in it. Maybe he want to elevate me. But for me, the vice Senator Johnson May supported him to become vice president through Buakai. I think I should respect that. But on the contrary, they will not see my face because I'm not happy with the way I've been treated. I'm not be treated one labor in a political party that I believe I've been handling party that is heavily controlled by different county. Then Ima Baya, people want to respect me and sit down. So to answer your question, that's the answer there. If there is any other question, you can come ahead.
Thank you. I think this is the question everybody been waiting for. You made a show gone quiet. you made
a lot have been said.
You know, not because you're here. You're my second. Always disagree. I can tell anybody anytime. When want to fire, he will come and shake your hand and say, I will fire you. That who I know you to. Maybe because I'm not been in Labrador for years now, so maybe you can pass behind the horse. Lastly, because you're a politician, they can't trust you. You're going to change over there. So my last question is, if they read my role, the disagreement and disunity and the gossip, where they hear say, they say Koga want to be the day, CDC want to carry Koga, coming bringing 3 million, but they say waiting for Koga. If this thing continue, do you think you will stay with NDR or you will find another home?
CNC waiting for the mail.
We'll take you all. You're not going to your predictive behavior.
Probably CNC waiting for the mail.
I think Senator, you are muted. Semo, you are muted.
Senator, you are muted. Can you please unmute yourself? Okay, great.
Yeah, Mr. Gwiwon. You know, good for us to be realistic. And I also appreciate you guys for the level of professionalism and level of exposures that you guys are trying to bring to the disco. I must commend you guys.
Soon start hitting
but
you.
Where we
they say we're not getting against you. We get a lot of things against you. We'll hit you hard too.
Well, I'm a politician. You get anything against me now? I'm a
rock. When I senator talk, man, if you not get a senator chance to talk, you not can Liberia. Like you know, saying when you want that you dig a shot, man. You are just
like, hello.
Yeah, Senator, let's hear you.
In the first place, I pledge to the Nima people that when elected, I'm going to unify the Nimayan. But whenever they are ill in society, we must talk it. As I speak to you, I'm engaging garrison. A garrison initiation was started by the vice president, I must admit. We're talking. I'm talking to who in studio there as my little brother that we need to see reason to collaborate, to work together. As I speak, I'm in speech with Manans Ide Gonglo Way. I'm discussing with them on a daily basis. I'm also in conversation with my brother Tobo from district number 4 who contested for the Senate. For him, he walked to my office and extended an olive branch. I must commend him on this stage. If Nimba will make determination for anybody, Nimba should hold together first. All those, whether you opposition, you position, all you don't unite. The Musa ability and honorability. I'm going to call him on the board. Every one of them got to come. They gave me the power. What are they opposing? But they gave me the power to be their senator, to advocate on their behalf. In order to decide the destiny of this country, forward march to the Republic of Liberia, we must unite first. We must tell each other the better truth. Sit down and discuss what our like and dislike. And I believe from there we can unite and have amalgamate forces to have one front. I believe before 2029 election, Nimaya will go together. I'm of the conviction. I'm telling you, I'm not God, but I'm speaking with conviction that Nima left great men behind, and these men going to stand and always represent Nima as a Nimbayan, like the late Priwaji, like the late Tomo Gongamo Kuonkwa, like the late Jasin Fiado, like the late DK Wonsalie, like the late Brozotowe, Tuazama Soube, Woto Manglu, and etc. There must be somebody that will succeed them. And in order to succeed, you must unite the people and talk with one front. Nemayan, we need to unite and galvanize
My
unity.
follow-up question, before we go to my follow-up question, Senator, you said you're talking to Garrison, you're talking to all the other people you named not too long ago. You're talking to bring them under one umbrella, under the VP to support him, like you said, your brother, your late brother, and your colleagues, or you want to find another home. Tell us, because plenty of people listening that are breaking news want to know where you going, where you taking all the people.
In the first place, after election and a peace, you answer one question, I ask you a question, you will answer.
We want a peace. But
after election,
we want
man, after election,
will make news for us.
After election, listen, after election at peace. And in politics, there are negotiations. Your ability to convince others to subscribe to your ideology make you a good politician. But equally so, you should do it on a peaceful atmosphere. Nobody should be hurt. Everybody should be respected as a citizen of the country, and their views should be heard. And what are their lapses? What are the lapses? We all need to be told. Then we can make an informed position for unity.
I mean, the man talking to all the way we need to be looking at it to go run a campaign district. Father, when you talking about, he say he carry what to Jeremiah. How you know?
Thank you. I'm done with my question. You John go to Mark. He can't make noise.
Thank you so much.
The first thing is Senator Koga said he refused money and pick up from CDC to support that. He supported the current vice president Mark Koga coming to carry all of y'all to Kun.
Thank you. Thank you very much, DK. Thank you for that question. That question sparked a lot of explanation from the senator. I mean, we as journalists, we got a couple of stories to write from this tonight.
You want journalism?
You don't buy me over you, so I beg you. You got no right to criticize me here tonight. Let's go to you, Mark. Your 2 questions to the senator from you. We go to. I beg you. Let's go straight to our question.
We want to say thank you. Good evening to all of you. Good morning and good afternoon to you all per your locations. And Honorable Senator, we want to say thank you for being on the show. We'll always be happy that you come on the show to sometimes be able to give us more audience. And like you said, applauding us for being professional is another courage that you also giving us. And we also happy bestow this courage to DK, Way, Jion, and the rest of the guys, the CEO, Avi, for making us to have our own platform. That's what Nima is, and we always be great. My first question to you, Honorable Senator, is that you talk about the person that is being elected should be able to concur with you, show you some of those things that you want to undertake in the district. Then you can also make your provision on that, and then people can collaborate and make forces and see how the work will be done. When you were representative of the district, were you also bringing forth projects to Senator Johnson as a senator, Jeremiah Kun as a senator, or Thomas Grupi as a senator, so that the both of you can work together, or you were single-handedly carrying on your development?
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for your questions. You see, Buto police, I mean the Buto Maya serial, I mean not Maya serial code, but the superintendent compound.
Mhm.
They were building collaboration in consultation with them. I think DWA can relate that. At that time, DWA in Liberia to build that superintendent compound. They were informed. When the 68,000 were appropriated for legislature in each district, they were informed. And then when Thomas Groupie were about to erect a guest house in Wibiera too, I was also informed. We went there for the groundbreaking. It was late that Senator Johnson brought project in Gomable. He brought in guest house project, and then guest house project where he and myself discussed, and I told him that yes. He asked me, say, beside a guest house, what do you want me to do in the town? I said, well, I built a youth center over there, a level roofing. They said, okay, I will take that one and add it to the guest house. Then I told the project that in Leable, I told him that Leable people don't have school. Leable people don't have school, so I'm going to build a school there in the market hall in Goma Play. We're going to complete it. So they are currently building the Leable school, and I'm aware of the project he had in Goma Play. But before then, there was some level of friction, I must admit. But the issue of legislating earmarking on later. But the one that they to, like the school building in Sierra Village, like the school building in Tiapley. The first person who assisted me for that school in Tiapley, later was the vice president when he was senator. He provided some steel rod and some cement. He contributed. And so far, so good. These are things. Because I informed him about that project, and he was the first that contributed towards it. So to some level, they were informed one way or other.
So it means you're all collaborating.
Mm-hmm.
We were.
Thank you. And your last question.
Okay. My second question will come in two forms. In regard of the B to the A. When you were being given the opportunity by all of us in BAN for you to jump over Senator Johnson Barry, because most persons felt that when the vice president called us for consultation, I would have said no. I coming from a traditional background, I know normally nobody will allow the hero to go without leaving his soul behind. So I was the first person who said it's supposed to be done and it should come from the family. You cannot do it from elsewhere unless there's no one from the family. And what we're being told there was when you jump over the body, everything about Senator Johnson, you're going to spearhead it. In our tradition, sometimes even down to the wife, they can give you the wife, the property, the children, and then the culture.
Why do you that
So since we were into political arena, it means the party should be. So since the day you have been given the opportunity and we are into politics, it means the party should be given to you. Why you think about this time the NDR people are now waiting to make you the political leader of the party? Second question is, why is it that in Ganto, when Congo leaving the representative position to go to the Senate and successfully he won. He was given the opportunity by Senator Johnson that he should make decision on who should go on the NDR ticket. And based on that, he nominated Mawen and told Tato Paris to sit aside. And Tato Paris stepped out of the position. And he, Onrokun, was the one who nominated Mawen and Senator Johnson accepted it. Why you think the NDR people not waiting to give you they were not waiting to give you the opportunity to select the candidate to replace you in the district?
So these are two that double blow question there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me first of all start with the
Why
one that
they are not giving you the godfather position based on the tradition? Why they are not giving you the party? Why they are not giving you the godfather position in the party? And then second to that, why they never give you the opportunity to nominate someone from the district so that they can put weight behind the person?
Yeah, thank you for your double blow question. Question. Now, let's begin with the one that from Ban. Yeah, that is the traditional aspect of it. And graciously, I'm happy that today you acknowledge that and you consented to it and you even abrogated it. You agree to it. Now, you talk about the aspect that has to do with taking domino or the inheritance. I mean, the property assets of any deceased.
Inheriting.
Yeah, in our tradition, when a man is married in a Western culture, then it becomes culture deficient. Because in our literal culture where they go and pay bride price, which is also acceptable in our jurisprudence, though aspect can be exhibited. The woman will belong to the man who assume the responsibility to take charge. No question about it. The only thing the family will come and say who our sister left with, and then the person will say, or the father, if alive, will say, well, your daughter left with our son. So anything will refer to our son, but we are in charge. Now, the issue of Senator Johnson, the elders decided that you assume the responsibility because they knew what it meant to be, and you knew it. But our politics, we all went into the race. The one that has to do with the family property, I got to be very meticulous. I would not say because our uncle and just intrude into the family property and made decision without hearing from them. The school, all the assets that President Johnson left, I have approached Madam. That's the role I'm supposed to play. Madam, everything has subsided. You need to call your children together and you sit and have a meeting and tell them that, look, your father is no more. I am your mother, but this is why your father left with us. What can we do? I have said it. So it left with the madam to play the motherly role. But within the interim, after the mother accepted to have meeting, some of the children went over social media and began to denigrate and insult and what have you. She brought it to my attention. And I called the children, even they are gone to a court, they are going to a lawyer, inviting a woman that they had the father property and they don't have access. I called them and I said, look, the next time I see you people going to any lawyer, I will deal with you and your uncle. You don't want to be disgraced in the family. And the children listened to me. They respect them and said, uncle, we will not do anything like that again. They asked me, say, but the money we pay to lawyer, I said that money go in vain. That one that Ami told me, I said, your uncle never told you to go there, so forgot about it. They waive it. And then later, the issue of the death of Twinwangba King in body's son. But the way in which he was crying, it also degenerated into some level of friction. And the children took an affront. They felt that they were disrespected, their brother died, but the way in which your mother cried is scared to come to the whole SYC. And when I talked to Buddy again, I said, Buddy, you have to calm down. I know you are not feeling good because what happened to you happened to anybody. You will say anything against your will. But I beg you, these are your children. Calm down, let the children come in the yard. Buddy agreed. But the children, they respected me. They refused to come to go bury their brother. I got problem with that. So in this light, I set up a committee because what constitutes corruption is you to make that people are to make the decision on your behalf. If you preside over that decision, any decision you take will be conflicted. If I told Sir and say, Buddy is right, the children will say, oh, the men are our far wife, so now that he white, everything he say he will wrong. If I go on the children's side again, they say that man a wicked man. He forgot about his own brother where that left and looking at the children going against the woman. So what I did, I called Mervyn Yelu. He's a reverend and he worked with Senator Johnson for a very long time. They ran the chair together. And I said, Reverend, I'm heading you as a committee. I mean, I'm appointing you as a committee head, Moses Zia, Jerome Bagley, to call the children and body to sit down and see how we can reconcile them. Then we can force on the issue of the property. So that discussion was held, and I left and went to America. When I came back, too had gone Ghana, and the other children. After this death, when the issue of the saga at the university occurred, I called the madam and said, you see what I was talking about, some of the things coming so. We are not discussing what the foul mile of the school, the people are demonstrating. And majority of the things are going on, I the one the public will be looking at. They will say are insensitive. And just what I've been saying that what coming so. She got angry with me one way or the other. But however, she myself we came to an understanding that we should address the issue and see how bad we can go as a family to conclude the issue that has to do with whatsoever belongs. She called me the last time that I want for the children to come so we can sit down and talk about the property. But since I came Ganta, I've not gone Moravia, I've been giving her excuses. And then the demonstration came that how I went to the campus and called the children in the yard, and we set up a committee now to report within 2 weeks. After 3 weeks, then we'll get to them to engage and get the understanding so that we can forge ahead. And the committee have been set up. Dr. Wonkeyo, who is the director for higher education, is the head of the committee that has to do with the university. And then Melvin Yelu is a negotiating chairman to see how he can bring the children together that we can sit down and involve the sisters of Senator Johnson and brother so we can see how bad we can force our. So there where we are. With that, there is an understanding between us, and I think we'll come to a logical conclusion on that. Now, the second aspect that has to do with the issue of the by-election, as I already explained it, the party, he said that why I think the party doesn't want. Let me tell you something. Councillor Kopakua is a very good man to work with. And I don't want Councillor Kopakua position. I don't want to be chairman of the party. But the party should have somebody who will govern the party, because the man who was serving as a standard bearer is now a vice standard bearer for a political party, a vice president of a Republic of Liberia. So the party position of standard bearer, how do you call it, political leader cannot be in limbo. So the game being played is now with the executive member of the party, but one way or the other, there is an influential person in the buyer that trying to influence them to thwart their decision. But I am to where I am, and I believe that MDR will grow and will grow. So that's the answer to your question.
Thank you so much. The senator have been here now for over 2 hours. Because of that grace, I beg you came late. Latecomer always have some penalties attached to them. You will ask one question, and after that, we ask the senator to give his parting comment. Please do that for us shortly. We've gone above our 3 hours on the show. We've gone over 12 minutes now.
Okay. Thank you, John. Let me say good evening to all the panelists. Yeah, Senator, I just have a question, and the question is your position now in MDR, because DA asked a question, the answer wasn't too clear. So your position now in MDR, and as the way things going, the back and roll going. If, because you are not, precise, if this continues to 2028 or 29, as things have started at this, can you give the public or the NEMA people the insurance or the trust that when things continue, you will still be with the party MDR, or you will have a different direction to take because you are a factor if this continues? So I want to be precise on it. Thank you.
In the first place, the party To every given situation, there is a period under review. The party will go for convention no matter the situation, either 2027 or 2028. No matter whatsoever thing they do, I'm an executive member of the party. Once you are elected, most especially one of the senior elected official, you are executive member of the party. It's in the bylaw and the constitution. I will continue to pay my dues. I owe him due recently because after the election, when I went in the state and came by, I now settled my due. I will be a full due payer. And I maintain my position as one of the executive members of the party. If the party continue to take decisions in my absence, I will still pay my due until we reach a convention. If they say they're not holding convention, where they will carry the party, there where now will know how are they carrying the party. Because the party, democratic tendency does not require one man saying. Everybody should have their saying. There's the reason why the issue of positions were elected. People that were elected in the position, but the society is watching us who will sell their birthrights. The society is watching us because the decision you will make should reflect the image of the people. But when it is only done because an individual is influencing, it will be glaring. What in the world now happen? Because majority, when they intend to do wrong, they say, man, Liberia business, yeah, 1 week. But we still got some dossier. 10 years, 15 years ago, there are records there. So for one to say, if it better to live in the right direction, what people are doing cleverly is for me to say, okay, I resign from the party. Say, you see there, we told you see the man will not carry opinion in party anyway. I will be without MDR. They will leave here and go. That technique will not work with me. And before MDR go anywhere, it's our Mahama matter. We get to know how. It must be through democracy tendency. But where people will just get up overnight and make a determination, I will not go with that decision.
Thank you, Senator. Yeah, it was a pleasant time having you on the show here tonight.
But you're not taking for unity party. You stay on unity party.
I beg you now, Mike. Let's
So what did you say?
No, Senator.
I said stay on unity party. You're not taking from there to stay independently.
No. You are getting the whole thing wrong. There is no document trace that show that MDR signed memorandum or merger with Unity Party. But we did it in good faith. And I still remain in our position that we support the Unity Party and we stay in support Unity Party, except on the contrary.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you so much. I beg you guys, let's stop highlighting the comments on the screen. I beg you, folks. Anyone that is doing that, I beg you, please. Let's stop that. Senator, in 1 minute 30 seconds.
I will respond when somebody make comment I don't see now.
Now, in 1 minute 30 seconds.
Because you are setting that, no, you got to be transparent.
Because the comment. Small letter, you can see it.
Me, I can see. I can go outside.
But Joe protecting you. Joe saying we should stop highlighting it. So because your time, you go here for long. So you know when you hear all of you from you, when you hear the people can go high on you. But the next time you come here, you will account for all your stewardship about this.
Liberia doesn't believe in sectionalism, so forget about your sectional quality.
I mean, always attacking
that sectional politics. Why you talking about your country party?
And your people were your people were sectionalists. They wouldn't have employed you before.
Okay, good. Now
I'm for your district.
They wouldn't are even saying to America. They wouldn't are even saying to America why you refuse to grow.
You see, Joe continue to mute me. Okay.
You go put your money in your poor business.
Man, always attacking you on the inland people. I don't know what we deal with it for the man. He always
not good
inland man. You aladula man. So that's
I'll mute you.
I don't know who muted you. My hands are up. But Senator,
But
in 1 minute, 30
mute man.
seconds.
We want to make a respond to what we say we're getting fed up water to drink. Mute.
Senator, in 1 minute, 30 seconds, give us your parting comment. But I want you to respond to this. Now, with the growing, concern in Liberia, you can't find anything to eat now in the market. Have you resolved to eating chicken? Or you
No,
still
I
not
don't.
eating?
No, chicken. I used to eat chicken from my childhood time. Oh no.
No, but you're like when you're to do it, there.
So I used to eat chicken,
Stop that.
except 2017 when I won the
Yeah.
2017 election. No, but man, listen at D. When I won the 2017 election, it was heavily contested by Senator Johnson and Mr. Riley Myers that I never won the election. We took the issue to the magistrate in Sanikuli. Leaving the district to go, over 150 citizens follow me. We went with lodged at Geneton's residence. The very first day we had a hearing, they brought 18 witnesses to testify against me. In that process, after 5 witnesses passed, in the midst of everybody to that election head office, Sanikuli, a red rooster walked among the people without fear and favor, walk and enter the hall, jump and step on the table that the magistrate was presiding on. There was complete quietude in the whole place. Nobody could open their mouth. And nobody could tell the chicken nobody could drive the chicken away. So the chicken jumped down. When the chicken got down, walked to my opponent, saw him. As soon as the chicken was taking essay, the men who were on the witness stand had 2 ID cards. You got fictitious name and you got a real name. Somebody sent me a note, say the person who's standing over there, you got 2 ID cards. Asking which one is the real one. When you went, the session, you got 2 ID cards. The real name was different and the name was giving testimony. That how the case ended, they cuffed the gentleman. That how the election result ended. So from that, I told QI I would never eat chicken again. So now I have resumed taking chicken as my totem. I don't eat it. Any gathering I read, I can you get chicken in soup. So I don't eat chicken anymore.
That's true. You have enough decoder. That's true.
Thank you, Senator. Let's have your parting comment.
The chicken broil another adika and give it to that man. How you can behave?
Senator, let's have your parting comment in 30 seconds.
I want to say thank you once again. To say that our doors are open for reconciliation. It was our commitment to the people of Nima County and we will live up to it. In politics, you must disagree to agree. Any politician who doesn't agree disagreement, then you are not a politician. Because political ground is not church. When the pastor say hallelujah, everybody say amen. Yeah. So I believe those who listening under my voice, whether in Nima, whether in Monrovia, whether all part of the world, I have made myself clear that I'm not against anybody. But if the vice president listen to people who pumping him and looking at me with eagle eyes, if he didn't stop, then it means he just hate me for nothing. I don't have any bad intention for anybody. I can tell you for free. There's a reason why when something happens, I talk it clearly. I don't have it for anybody. My doors are open, but my rights will not be taken from me. Once I was elected as a senator of the country, I must be given the opportunity to recommend my citizen. It is my fiduciary responsibility. I can't sit down, a group of citizens crying on me for job. Then one individual supersedes everything. He does the country work. He does the nation work. then who am I? I don't think that is the way we're supposed to go. We need to respect each other in this country. Politics should not be because I got the upper hand, so therefore I can suppress anybody. No, for me, I'm a water. When you tie me on the other side, I can boss another way to make way for me to live. We should respect each other. Whosoever attempting to intimidate me with voodoo, with sound of intimidation to say we'll bring somebody to do the Liberian way, they say that vla. I will die natural death. Nobody will kill me. Because when you came in, I beat you and you will be cursed. The curse will forever remain on your head and blood stain will remain on your hair and you will not survive easily. You will end up with disgrace. How can you think, or why would you even think to take away somebody's life? For what? Then the police will look up to, you report their case to, they don't take record on the individual. Can you imagine? So if I were to die, like, yeah, Share, nobody will talk about it. They say, oh, but I remember, say, why get sugar, why you die for? Is that what the organ of sickness or disease on me? No. The president, Mr. Joseph Bogai, has not been bad with me. He right. If a vice president goes to the president and they say, well, Nima candidate, my candidate leave with me, out of courtesy, teamwork, he will listen to him. I can't spoil a name for that. But in my mind, the vice president should reciprocate. In as much that you can go to the vice president or the president to say that anything that has with Nima, please refer to me. Equally so. When we make recommendations, it should be accepted as a legislator of the country. Then show good faith. But you cannot be the only one that will take the shot. Then we live on a wayward. No, I don't think that's the proper way for us to go. And ask Samuel Koga will not accept it. I can tell you for free. Where the period of time that the Liverpool elected me for, the time elapsed, and they want to take their job, fine. But if the Liverpool know that I'm somebody who is a straight talker, and they know that I can defend them, fine. But my last comment is, on this show or any other social media, that anybody goes there to mention my name, please contact me, I will respond. It should not be one way, because it is a professional way of dealing with situation. Where somebody come and discuss, you right, although I mention you want to contact them, that's a right. But whenever they mention me on the other side, on the contrary, whosoever, I should be brought to the same platform to discuss the issue. So for now, I want to say thank you ever so much. I want to thank the listening audience who sat under my voice this evening or this afternoon. I want to say thank you. I remain humble to serve the people of Nima County as you were elected to do their work. I'm calling on Representative Musa Berete, who is the political leader of CMC. I'm calling on Mike Bluon, who was one of the contestants against me. I'm calling on Councillor Garrison Dodo Yelu. I'm calling on Mana Ile Gonglo Way. And I'm calling on Wanake and my senior brother, Matenoke Timba, and all those political actors on Nima that we need to sit around the table to discuss Nima issue and push Nima agenda to the outside wall. I will not say because as senator, I'm going to make decisions on behalf of the people without their input. That is a due respect. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Koga. Thank you
Koga,
very
before
much.
you go, I want to appreciate God for your life, even though I came late on the show.
Thank you.
And that aspect probably was there way, but I want to appreciate God for your life and thank God that those who came against you, physically, God revealed them and their heart will not be able to be applied. And you succeeded in that.
You're not supposed to do it
We are
now.
grateful.
Thank you so much, Senator.
Oh man,
Thank you for
you can say I can't eat nothing. I'm hungry now. Man,
go now, Senator. You can go now. We go for this break. When we come back, we dive into our concluding statement on the show.
wow. So they want to let you go, yeah, so what they want.
Thank you, folks. Thank you for listening to us tonight on the show. Again, we were in conversation with Senator Samuel Gongben Koga of Nima County, speaking to us on a couple of issues ranging from local politics to national politics to here tonight on the show. We'd like to say thank you to Radio Senwe for relaying the show in San Nicole. Thank you to Voice of BKS for relaying the show tonight. But again, as always on the show, we always have our post-analysis era of the show. A lot was said by the senator tonight. We're going to give each person 1 minute to have their post-analysis and their concluding statement. Then we can end the show here tonight. We'll keep the CEO for the last comment because I think it is all due respect that we keep him at last to close us on the show tonight. But let's start with you, DK. You spark the conversation. You are one of the political actors of Nima, no matter how they want to put it, where they want to put it, but indeed you are one of the political actors of Nima. Where do you see Nima heading to? The senator spoke tonight in details. He said everything that he could have said. Where do you see Nima heading as the One Nima project stands ahead of 2029? Let's hear you. Are you there?
DK on phone.
You talking to me?
Yeah, okay, let's hold you, DK. Let's hold you for a bit. Bobby Wanty, let's hear you. You listen to the senator tonight. According to him, I want to work with the vice president, but it seems like the vice president doesn't want to work with me. If we must unite Nima, we should start now ahead of 2029. If we need anything in 2029, we should start uniting Nima County now. The vice president should stop listening to people around his circle that as Samuel Gongben Koga will fight him or in 2029 or before 2029, let him give him the due courtesy as a senator and let me work in my range. I have been talking to the vice president. He's not listening to me. Most of the appointment I have made to him behind the scene, he has not listened to that. He has done his own thing. Bobby, what say you on the senator discussion tonight? Bobby, are you there?
Well, thank you, John. The question is, where did I see Nima County? Yeah, are you hearing me?
Yeah, Bobby, we are hearing you. Let's be fast now.
Are you hearing me?
We are hearing you, Bobby.
Good.
Bobby, yeah, that's
yeah. The question is where we see Nima heading to. For me, personally, I saw as
go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, for me, I see Nima heading for peace.
I think Bobby never giving problem because
Bobby, you just
I think for some reason you guys are not hearing me. I have to go off and come back.
Okay, go off. Let's hear you, Shadrach. After you go to Siawete, Chris, and the rest of the panelists.
All right, thank you, Gian. Thank you so much. I love how the senator spoke his mind. You know, like Bobby trying to say, Nimba is heading for peace. You know, when people want peace, they will speak out. If folks really want to maybe take a fighting position, he will not come out early to speak his mind for the public to know. So, like he spoke in mind, I think he led with the vice president to also work in line with this. This is a fashion rather, so that they work together. Like he said, he calling on other political actors to come together to have peace and have the country move forward. It's just being a bold leader. So he spoke well, and I think that will be the peace at the end of the day. Except, all of us just want to be somehow the way they feel. But the way he spoke, there's nothing to hide. It's not a secret. It's a public news statement he made. Everyone heard it very well. It's almost like you in the house as a little brother, no crying on your big brother whatsoever to know your dissatisfaction so you can work on it. So I think people in the US you see it as like, a starting point of make peace. So for me, I had a very confident of his statement, and as time goes by, they'll work on things and get it on course. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shadrach. Chris, let's hear your 1 minute start.
You're not coming to me, you're going to Chris and all. Oh, Dr. Nya. We got Dr.
Thank
Nya.
you. Okay, thank
you.
you.
That's why DK. But sorry, let's speak to Chris and we can come to you. Let's welcome to the show, Dr. Nya. Is it Vole?
Right. Okay. Thank you. For me, because as I listening from start to end while I'm driving from work, and I think the positions in the Koga in right now, the people of Nima, I expect more for him. And my letter advice to the VP will be to work along with the two senators in Nimba. So whenever they carry names to him for appointment, maybe that 1 or 2 person, let him be able to look at it, critically, because if any fault come between them right now, people will misinterpret them in Nimba. If they're not working together, the information that will go out there, it will sound in people's ear in the negative way. So it was just my advice to the VP that work along with the two senators in Nima, so Nima can get a fair share of the cake, the national cake, and the sons and daughters in Nima who want to have governmental position, so they can get into that space. I believe that the VP want to build the election of Johnson to have total control on Nima, so he will able to pass through him. And look at Senator Koga too. My experience with him in the past. He's somebody too who like that do that political approach issue, and he wants things to happen too. So that both of them work together in the interest of the country, so our people can be able to get a fair share of the national cake. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Let's hear you, DK. What say you on tonight's show?
I think you can go to the guest.
The man already.
Yeah. So see you. I beg you. Let's hold you there. Let Dr. Yan speak. After that, we can come to you. Dr. Yan, welcome.
I'm not rushing to talk, but DK keep going on the phone, covering your mouth. So lean. Go to somebody else.
Okay, Dr. Yan, let's hear you.
Why you say?
Yeah.
When you say anything, you say Dr. Yan, please.
But let me talk. No, we can't bring 2 persons from Indiana together. It will be against our show policy. So let me speak.
Okay, DK, let's hear you. What say you about the senator appearance tonight?
My political leader is coming and how they protect him?
They will protect. The people will protect all of them from Nima. You know that will pay our thing with all the things he's doing to all in our play. We'll stay protecting. Man, I want to give our job. We the United Party people, man, not giving our job, giving it to all the FOJ people.
But you can't go to the United Party people to get you job. You can't go to Joseph Barra to get you job.
The thing about you,
now the people that are running, man,
who came for them, can't let people to say anything.
Go ahead, Gio. Go ahead to the next person. I meet the 2 men.
Okay. Dr. Yan, good evening and welcome to the show. It is to my knowledge that you watch the show or you monitor the show from your end.
Why you keep muting me? You don't want me on the show today?
Thank you. DK, wait. DK, relax. Relax a little bit. You get some GBs. Are you there? I know that one. Well, my name is Dr. Yan Volule. I'm from Indiana. Mike, rest assured that when the honorable mayor come to Indiana, we are here and we're receiving to the letter as Nimba.
Thank you, but you don't carry your degree to Martin Colley.
Martin Colley,
ANC man here, they not let Martin Bene.
I'm from Nimba. My Martin Colley don't have nothing on sons and daughters of Nimba. He don't have nothing on us. We are clear.
But he frustrated Doc Cooper though.
Big brother Doc Cooper. Anyway, let me go. Yeah.
And a vice president can put a strategy there. That kind of man and a vice president can use to run a political error. That kind of man vice president using on people in the country. I mean, you talk about.
Yeah,
You're
Gio,
not
thank
ready
you
yet.
so much for this show. Gio,
And
you're
man, I
doing a
can say that
great
it was
job.
suffer for 4 years will go for then close to camping. I cannot make.
Gio, you're doing a great job. And
Protect the speaker, please.
I also want to tell the CEO for creating a platform for us, Nibayans, to hear our leaders, to hear one another, to hear all the things that are going on in our country. Our country is one of the political power hub of the nation. We can't do away with it, and only we can hold the country to be to where it is, and to even make it better. And hearing Senator Koga tonight, I've been one of the critics against Senator Koga. Meeting Senator Koga in person the first time in Minnesota, they got unique program. My thought process changed on Senator Koga. He's humble, he's down to earth, and he's a realist. He say it the way he see it. He don't hide his feelings, and that the type of leaders we want in our country. One thing the vice president forgetting to understand is he missing target. I know his quest for the presidency. He's too eager for the presidency, but he missing the target to the route to the presidency. The target is to unite Nima, and he missing that. Hearing Koga tonight, it should be a wake-up call for the vice president. If it is not a wake-up call for the vice president, then I don't know which political journey he's on. So I'm grateful for a leader like Koga today. Now that the great leader that we have has gone, and another leader rising behind him. I know where the spirit of the late senator is tonight. He's proud that he left great men behind. Senator Koga, say what about him? Hearing him tonight, I feel good as a child of the mountain. Hearing him tonight, like I said, I have been a great real critic of Koga, but hearing Koga tonight, I think my thought process of Koga have changed totally. He's a leader, and that's a leader we should protect, and that's a leader that we should have. That's a leader that we all, especially the younger generation of Nima, that we should look up to. And Mike Leon, know that I ran campaign for you, not knowing you, but I ran campaign for you against Koga. Yeah. So, Gia, you're doing well with this show. I want to say thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. I will get with the CEO for me to get your number in pricing so we can talk sometime behind the scene. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I mean, you can recruit my son. You can recruit my son.
No, I'm recruiting him. No, CEO, you and myself, we here now. We here. We're not. I'm recruiting the man. They platform for us. The men are going anywhere.
Yeah, that's best with you. That's okay.
DJ, let's hear
My
you.
time to talk, so I can go.
Yeah, let's hear you, Chief.
So
After
thank you,
you,
gentlemen. Thank you for always holding the ground. We'll always be here. Like I said, tomorrow we will have the guys from the CDC will have 1 see what they need to get back to us with the other guests from the CDC. So Ali Nyaha appear here on behalf of the ANC, so we are good. So our lineup for this week will have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We'll have the person Lorena talked about. We'll confront that. We'll confront that for Wednesday, and we're having Larry P on Thursday. That is a lineup that continue to work on that. Other than that, the show was a very good show. The only thing I know is Kun and Koga are brothers. They will settle that, I think, and everything. The only thing I know that is happening is they get a lot of people gossiping between them, which is wrong. So when they're ready, they will settle their stuff. Those people they're making money. All the money they get are all country money. Our taxes, even the same way we're sending in Labrador, that they're using to buy car, they buy that bulletproof car for Kun, they buy B car for Koga, all that BB car, then they ride in our place, that all money, so this will be accountable to us. So when we're talking to Koga and Kun, nobody should go, they take it serious. Yeah, we pay remittances to the country, so we have right to say anything to them. They are our leader. Matter of fact, I'm a member of Unity Party. I campaign here. I was part of campaign rallies and fundraiser here. I put behind their campaign. The Koga men I was here and the Kun. So nobody will tell me that I have to talk to them what not right. So they ready, they will settle there. So other than that, we can do Uber here and still survive. Like them tear apart. As an institution, we're looking for the news. So when the news come, we'll run with it and Jim will run with it. So a year for Koga, you don't feel fun for all tie your face, year for Kun, 18 we hating Kun, tie your face and go will be here all the time. We don't care. They're not doing nothing for oil that will not hate them hard when they are leader for our country. So thank you very much. We'll continue to be here and speak our mind and what is affecting our people back home. Thank you. Lastly, I want to ask Siawete publicly, Siawete, how old were you when your father bought you the first car? Because you are an elite. Again, you're not small, but you are an elite. Say it on this show.
Yeah, don't respond to that, man.
But wow.
Don't respond to that, man.
No problem.
My brother, Avi no, Azi, he'll tell you.
And last day, guy, Shadrach shaking his head.
No. Efanso no. All that he talking, Efanso no, where come from?
What?
I mean, after the show, that talk.
Yeah,
we have to talk tonight and get ready for tomorrow. Thank you, Jion. Jion, no, that's Siawete time. Jion, before Siawete talk, confess to all what happened yesterday.
No, you can actually rush, man. I want to learn about you. We say you should wait. We got reconciliation, reintegration process in Uganda. They begin and they get the in some kind of problem. I know what.
Let's wrap the show up. Let's wrap the show. We can throw that one in the back.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So okay, Siawete, let's hear you 1 minute shortly.
Yeah, thank you, Junior. I mean, on our Koga, first day we want to in this public manner, and thank God for saving his life. We live in Africa. There are a lot of things that happen. We from the Amen Church, we believe in God, and I mean it is true God has saved on our Koga. You don't overlook. You don't overlook those kind of things. Even in the Bible, they say you don't test the devil like that. What you do, you take precaution and pray. So I mean, it was a very good show. And one thing I learned from Honorable Koga, he's a selfless leader. Every time we reach out to him, he's open to appear. He's not a leader that create bureaucracy. And, that he's a bold man, and that's why I want to be, even if I'm leading. Because when people know you for certain things, that's the value he got as a leader. He's not someone who scheme. I know. I'm not seeing him. I know him for a very long time, since 2011 till now. I think I know him for a little while. And what I see from Okoga is that there are there are things that are happening. Like one of the speakers said, people who go for reconciliation are people who put things out. I think he mean well for the country, because when you really look into a deliberation tonight, you get to understand that there are friction in the party, and there are friction too between, he's not really a very strong thing, but he had to express what happened to him, because the election, he's a past immediate representative of the district. He needed to be accorded that, that respect at that point, but he felt somehow, downplay. But
Thank you, Siawete.
yeah, all will regulate as we move on. I mean, he did well to appear tonight with all of his schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you. CEO, speak to us in 1 minute. After that, we go to Alfonso and then we end the show.
Alfonso, Shadow already gone. So yeah, again, I just want to say thanks to everyone. Thanks to my own big brother for always being willing to join us and take his time to be on the show and promote our platform as well. Having a sitting senator to come on your show, newly established show, frequently is a plus for us. So I want to thank him for that. Thanks to all of you too, everyone. I mean, the host, Shadra, everyone that keeps coming on here, taking your time, especially for those that are in Liberia, using their style links, even though the style links not working. coming on, going back up, but still making time to be on here for 2-3 hours every day. I want to say thanks to all of you. To our listening audience out there, this is for all of us. It's for Nima. It's for Liberia. We listening to everyone that listen to us here. We accept feedback that will help us grow this platform. We are looking for females to join us as panelists. We have one female, but we are still open to any female that will be willing to join us to make our platform look more representative of our culture and our country. So again, thanks to everyone. We look forward to a great show again tomorrow.
Thank you, CEO. Thank you so much. I just have to do this shortly. Mark Bloom, I beg you, speak to us in 1 minute. Let's leave.
Thank you. Again, I want to say a very big thank you to the CEO and also to Orokoga being our guest tonight. All of you taking off your time while others are enjoying themselves. We are here to provide basic information to our people. Like I heard from Pobe and I heard from Shadra saying where Orokoga is driving, I think Nima is heading for peace. Nima is not heading for peace. Most of you are in the diaspora and other places and don't know why I'm voting in Nima. The DK said if you got people that talk about sitting outside the vice president who lost the opportunity that was given to him by Senator Johnson and making himself now as a special aide to the vice president, saying the vice president should stay away from people from in your confidence, and then after 4 years they will come for them. Who you think you can suppress in Nima? Who you think? You did it, you suppress people when you were general for child status, and you cannot suppress anybody because you want to have a close. But this is a man who said 2020 that the vice president was a contender. I mean, he was a pretender, he was not a contender when you were going to the election. Now he wouldn't have even getting 1,000 votes across Nima, but he was making himself like some kind of good person. And today, these are people who the audit report have been upholded because of their business, because their name appear in the audit report about financial mispractices and what they are done. And based on that, Manakome Abegono is holding on to Nima Kante's audit report. And these are the same people. I come in June. These are the same people who also sitting today in our county administration, and they are not working for the county, but they're taking money from the county cover and they pay in their because they lost their job. Those who came from America and those who also yet have lost their job, they're taking money from them. But we just want to say to all of you and the vice president that if they feel that they will have other coercing some sons of Nima when you close to election to make them to be their people, it means Nima will continue to be there the way it is. Their administration, howsoever they feel they want for Nima to go that way, they will be. But let them know that all of those who voted in Nima, there was no way that Unity Party got zero in any of the towns and villages are in Nima. They got vote everywhere, and those who voted are relatives to those who they are hating today. So no one will say there that people will eat on our head. We suffer for this country. We took arm for this country when there was oppression, when there was suppression. We could not give in to any of our friends in this country. We stood our ground. So if people feel that they can bring PRC government against us in return, we will resist it and we will go the way they want us to go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Epanso, take us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To stay. We here to stay.
Thank you, Gian. Maya, beg you, please mute yourself. It's sometimes baffles me to see leaders who feel they are leaders of our country will be making some statement or will be making statement on media that I feel is not comfortable with us. Magluwan is not no exception of those leaders in our country that were very corrupt. So he shouldn't be here be making those kind of statement.
Do you have any evidence? No, Epanso, I beg you.
Thank you. That's why I said bring the audit report out. Bring the audit report out. Don't call me. I beg go bring the audit report. You
when you were talking, nobody talk. When you were talking, nobody talk.
No, I want to ask you.
Nobody talk. Yeah, you can ask me now, but when you were talking, I didn't talk.
Okay, man, please hold on. Do you have any report?
We are demanding for the audit report.
Bring it back.
My fiancé, man, new allegation again.
Shadrach, I beg you, Shadrach, please mute yourself. I mean,
Don't be
this is
protected. The speaker, yeah.
yeah, Alfonso, you are well
Mawa
protected.
accused, you know that?
Akami, see what Akami. Alfonso, you are well protected. We'll give back your time. But this issue have reached our news decks. That the audit report in Nima, journalists are not talking about it because Madam Koumia Gono has categorized all of the journalists, have cajoled them and put them on salary so they don't speak against the issue. And the evidence is my friend and brother, a big brother to me in the media sector, going with the superintendent.
Are you asking me?
I will ask you the issue now. The other report is not yet out. Do you have any evidence against Mark that he's corrupt? Anything of such without
Listen. You say the other report is not yet out, and Mark said the other report is out now, right? People mad about my taking all your clothes, man. So you will say other report is not yet out. Then Mark said no. Listen. I listen to Mark. Please wait. I listen to Mark.
It is because of Dog Cooper, people like Dog Cooper, that the audit report is not yet out. The clip is there, Fanso. He said it is because of people that
he said call me up and hoine. Meaning is out. Is in their hand now. He said call me up and hoine. Meaning they already given it.
Fact checking on the information. We're going to bring it to the public. We're going to bring it to our audience, and we'll discuss it on the show, Fanso.
When I say Mark Blue one were corrupt, it does not mean maybe particularly Mark Blue were corrupt because they are administration. You know, they are administration because of the corruption and all that stuff. The people voted them out. So Mark Blue one right there in the country, they sat right there in the country on their regime. Let Mark Blue one on the show. Let look of one time call Mark Blue on the show. Let Mark Blue one list out all of the projects they did within that years they spent there.
So how many times you want our project listing to be out? Our project listing have been out already on this very show.
We know that.
So Mark Blue over there when Senator listening when Senator Johnson was alive.
You can't defend the audit report.
Alfonso,
I beg you. Audit report come out.
Let's say you about Senator.
We'll discuss it.
I beg you, Mark, please.
No, I said Senator Koga appearance was good. He delivered everything well. It was okay. But the new thing will just be talking between him and his brothers, a lay brother, the vice president, for the both of them to amalgamate forces to see how we can see Nima moving forward. And like he said, he want to put all of the other leaders, including Mark Blue, when he said, and Ide Gonglo were them together so they can join together and make Nima unity strong. I think it's the best way to go. I was just making comment on the way Mark Blue came. That's why. But it don't mean that what they call so my and myself will just call that one later on.
But your call on the show here for the audit report.
I'm not scared. Dion is diverting me back. Dion is carrying me back. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
So I'm not scared.
It's been a wonderful one. Thank you to Radio Senway in San Nicolas for relaying the show. Thank you to our team at BKS radio station in Wutu for also being there for us tonight. It's been a wonderful one. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But we want the audit report out.